Everything's the same still. I've not had a chance. I'm just hoping and praying now. I did reboot my computer, though, and shut down the 6 copies of the creation kit I normally have running. Welcome, folks. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Nope, let's not hit that button. Don't need to randomly off a civilian. All right. Loud and clear. Thank you, Raven. How's everybody doing tonight? I am doing well. Evening's going good. Thank you, Peaches. Hello, Lauren. All right, so I guess we'll dive right into it. Tonight, I'm going to show you guys McClarence Outfitters and everything that's in it. So I love to do this after we release these things, just kind of show you guys as much as possible. I might be a little loud. That's a shocker. I am rarely usually it's the game is just too quiet. But all right, I toned myself down just a couple of dBs. Hopefully I'm not blowing out any eardrums. Let me check the game volume. I can crank that up a bit. Oh yeah, we have this way down. There's a lot of room. We can put this way up. Holy cow, I didn't realize how low I had it. Uh-oh. Hold on a second. There it goes. I might be a little too loud. Is the balance between me and game volume good now? Hello, Slingel. Carvac, how's it going? Yeah, it turns out my desktop is on apparently a rotating background. Because it's different every time I tab out. Sounds fine. Okay, great. Okay, so tonight I'm going to show you guys everything in McClarence Outfitters. It is it's the smallest thing we've done in a long time. And we reflected that in the price, I think. And it is a small quest line, with the spacesuit itself being kind of the flashy thing we have in here, but I think the real thing people are going to be here in the long term for is the mechanics to mess with your gear. Because for me, actually I got to turn this down a little bit because I can barely hear myself think. For me, the gear grind in... Alright, what's going on here? Nope, that's not it. I gotta find the right hotkey combination. Nope, not that. How about... Nope, not that. Alright, hold on, I gotta use my KVM switch and get over this computer. Alright, let's go to Starfield and shift it to this window. There we go. Okay, so as I was saying, for me, the Starfield grind has some problems with the gear. So getting the perfect combination of 3 legendary effects you want is challenging. And because the gear has... Most gear has 5 levels of quality, you can end up with like a great roll early on and then never find it again at a higher tier. And so the gear grind feels endless. And it gets worse because you have to do it again after you jump through the Unity. So we kind of set out to try and solve some of the problems with that with McClarence Outfitters. And so let's show you guys how it's set up here. So obviously we have the shop is set up right next to the spaceport here. So you can see my big beast of a ship over there. Come right around this corner next to the viewport. We found a nice empty spot right here. Hopefully no other mods are using it. I haven't heard any conflicts of anyone using it. If you have a problem with the quest not starting when you go talk to the character in here. We do know that that is caused by mods that alter the system levels. So the identified ones so far are Royal Galaxy, Dynamic Universes, and Minimum System Level. All three of those will break this. We have a workaround that we've submitted to Bethesda. Hopefully they'll get it out to you guys soon. We have a patch that we have given to a few people, but most people tell us that even when they add it to their library, it doesn't show up in game. So there may be something broken with the bookmark system from the Bethesda.net site. Uncertain.
Hey, you fancy plate.
And then, and then I have a wonderful bug in Starfield where even on my Windows PC, which has plenty of space, I get this warning every time.
I admire the class. I do.
So here we are in McClarence Outfitters, which has got some snazzy shop music from our friend Jacob McNatt, who does all the music in Bard's College expansion. Little Buster here. Saw that Files Explorer. Yeah, there's probably some files and stuff we're working on right now because we've already got another couple of Starfield creations in the works. There's our proprietor over there. As you guys can imagine, we have been struggling with the lack of lip sync, and so we have to use creative solutions. And our solution for this one was robots, which we'll get into in just a minute. Carvok, things are well, thanks for King. How are things in your neck of the woods? Things are good, going good. I'm glad to get a chance to show this off. I was traveling today. I was worried I wasn't going to be able to show this tonight. Let's see. Ravensmith, how'd you come up with the name McClarence? That is a good question. I don't know how that was coming up with. That would be a question for Sir Rick if he's around.
Just one moment. No, it's gone. Damn it. I almost felt like I was there that time. Well, yes. Do you have a good reason for breaking my concentration?
Does anybody recognize this voice? Yeah, Raven got it immediately.
Oh, actually, stop talking. Just had an idea. Perhaps you can make up for your interruption. Tell me, this outfit here, what do you think of it? Is it good? Is this something you would wear? So it's not just me. This thing is awful, right? Well, can't say that helped, but nice to know I'm not crazy. Clearly I'm missing something, because this is the height of fashion in all the clubs right now. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what's so fashionable about it. I'm sorry, you're not here to talk about this. Let's start over. Welcome to McClarence Outfitters. I'm Jason McClarence, proprietor. I assume you're here for our old stock? Don't worry, we've still plenty of outfits left.
I don't mean to be rude, but are you a robot?
No, I'm not a robot, but I am controlling one. I find it more practical to run my store remotely. Not to mention, when it comes to tailoring, the advantages of robotic hands cannot be overstated.
And there we go. We worked around our lip sync problem for now. We actually talked about maybe one day we will, if we get lip sync support, we will patch in either patch him in to actually be there at his shop, or perhaps make it something so that after you finish the quest line, he can appear in person. We'll figure that out later when it comes. But for now, we went with robots, because that is a way we can work around it that's not too crazy. Because one of the things we've been talking about with working around the lip sync is we can come up with a bunch of different reasons why somebody, wouldn't take off a helmet or would have some face mask or something, but eventually the reasons are going to start to feel contrived. And you can only do that for so many characters at a time, right? If you have 10 different characters and all of them has an excuse for why you can't see your face, you're just going to roll your eyes at how stupid that seems. So that's one of the things that's limited our scope, and why for a little bit we're going to be working on smaller stuff in Starfield. Because without lip sync, it's hard to make a believable situation for a bunch of characters. All right, let's... So if you're looking to speedrun right to the quest, you will just ask them about selling anything new. I'll go ahead and go over some more of the sub-dialogue, though.
To be blunt, the new stuff just isn't selling. The former proprietor recently passed away, and if an outfit wasn't made by her, seems people just aren't interested. But as I said, don't worry. We still have more than a few crates of her old work in our storehouse. I should think so. In the world of fashion, the McClarence brand is well known and was held in very high regard. I don't even want to tell you how much we used to sell a t-shirt for. But that was then, and this is now. So, can I interest you in a t-shirt? Sure. Well, we did. But that was before I took over the McClarence brand and released my own outfits. Derivative, banal, utilitarian. That's what they called my work. And now the McClarence brand is next to worthless. The best I can do is sell off old stock. At least some people are still buying that.
So if you were to go to his stock right now, you see it's just a bunch of random outfits. Though later on, we should see him start to get the spacesuits and stuff, the type of stuff that you saw in our trailer and all over our website. But at the start, he will just have generic stuff. And for quite a while, actually, he'll just have generic stuff in there.
Really? You'd be willing to do that for me? I can't pay you, if that's what you're after. At least, not with credits. But maybe. Look, I know I run an Outfitters, but I'm not even going to pretend I understand fashion. But what I do know is engineering and science. You seem like the type to go off-world, visit other planets. That gives me an idea. If you can bring me certain off-world materials, I'm positive I can cobble together a spacesuit that would put all others to shame. Stylish, functional. Hell, I could even offer you upgrades and alterations. The suit would be yours to keep, no extra charge. All I ask is that you perhaps wear it as you travel, at least for a short time. If people see McClarence can do more than just seam dresses, perhaps I can rebrand, play to my strengths. Besides being made by me? Well, despite what some stuck-up socialites might tell you, my outfit designs are fetching, comfortable, and above all, functional. You want a suit that looks good, offers unparalleled protection, and can easily be upgraded or modified? Now this I can make. At least, providing I have the right materials. First of all, I don't have the credits, ship, or tools that would be required. And secondly, well, let's just say it wouldn't be very practical for me. Nothing too difficult to acquire, at least not for someone able to leave Jemison. Wonderful. You just turned my day around. I've been meditating on this suit project for weeks now, so I already have a full list of what I'd need ready to go. Here, take this slate. That should list the materials I need and where you can find them. Gather everything up, bring it back here, and you won't be disappointed.
So right there, if you fail to get that slate and the quest doesn't pop up like that, it likely means you have a mod that is messing with... there we go, there's my button. That is messing with the system levels. So when we shipped with this, we had our quests rigged up so that they would pick whenever there's a random quest. There's a few of them that are very specific spaces, but some of them are on random locations, and for those we wanted to pick something near your level, and it turned out that there are a handful of mods that raise everything beyond the player's level, so then all of a sudden we can't find anything for you. So that will be solved with this next patch. Now this next part here, this first quest, oh my god, that low space thing is so obnoxious. I gotta report that to Bethesda to see if they can fix it, because what's really funny about that bug is it warns you about space, and ironically it makes the situation worse because it causes the autosaves to stop cleaning up. So when I look at my list of, oh my god, when I look at my list of autosaves, it just keeps growing and growing and growing whenever I get this bug. So I would highly recommend you have the Rev 8 before you do this quest, because this quest is on a planet and involves objectives that are fairly far apart from each other. So highly recommended folks come with the Rev 8. We actually have been joking, and we may follow through on it, that we might do something like patch later where Jason offers to let you borrow his own car if you don't happen to have a Rev 8, so that way you can have one just for the quest. We haven't figured out how to do that mechanically, but I think it would make the quest is way more enjoyable when you have the car. for sure. All right, so actually, you know what? We can just use the old. This game lets you just fast travel anywhere to anywhere.
I have. Look cleaner than before.
Never seen a station like that before.
Oh, this is Shattered Space starting up. This is my pre-Shattered Space save. Yeah, no, we're not here for this. We want this one. Wait, hold on a second. I want to track this. Thank you. There we go. Carvac, trying to avoid the another holotape 76 originally launched with. Yeah, we did not think that was going to feel good to do a bunch of that sort of thing. Like, don't get me wrong, I love finding holotapes with lore, but it can't be only that. You know what I mean? Like, you need... One of the things I think Bethesda does really well is having an explorable world with characters who care about what you're doing, right? So at any given moment, you're doing random tasks, and somebody's going to care about that. And if the people are all dead already, and you're just hearing about them from the past, it's not the same thing. Like, voice is not the same thing as a living character. Alright, so let's go and see if I can remember how to drive this thing. Okay, already I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I have my controls backwards on this, or I have my my jump and my A and Y buttons on my controller. I'm inverted what I have in every other Bethesda game. Apparently we're in combat already from something. Here we go. Ooh.
Bad choice. Seems clear. Well, back to business.
And we're looking for Xenomorphic Epidermis. But yeah, you will each likely get, for this first quest, you'll get it somewhere different. We chose, I believe it's looking for an apex predator on a planet that's within a reasonable level for you, is what we're looking for. This is actually, the way we did this first quest, it actually, like, it started me down this rabbit hole of, I came up with this whole new system that we're like, man, we should save that for something else, because it's like, the system I came up with does not... It was like going down it was me feature creeping and taking us to an area where it was like, that is totally unrelated to this. Like, I kind of like invented this whole kind of alien bounty hunter system and for collecting materials. And I was like, that is totally different than what we're doing with this. So I stopped myself from chasing that too far. But I think I'm going to eventually. I love the janky physics of this. Oh, so good. Oh, we have to deal with your friends too, huh? So like shark grasshoppers. Look at this creepy thing.
Fair game.
Alright, the last one is off to our left over here. Man, I'm getting crazy screen tearing. I don't know if you guys can see that or if that's just my monitor being funky. Woo! But yeah, this quest, whenever we were playtesting, it always was like, oh, this is just an excuse to drive around in the car. This whole quest, which is why I was like, we kept joking that like, hey, we should do McClarence branded car. If you notice the robots, we painted them because we're like, yeah, we can at least, since we can't have a new character face, we'll do a robot paint job at least. So then the McClarence identity kind of became the gold color. So we could easily paint up a Rev 8 to look like Jason. There we go. All right, now I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. Maybe this is a me issue because I'm having all sorts of wonky issues with this stupid save space bug. But sometimes I find if I fast travel after using the Rev 8, my game crashes, which is kind of a bummer. Nick Carter, is it possible to make new land vehicles in ZK yet? It is. It definitely is. Oh, hello. And that is an ancient creation engine bug that has made its way to the future. Double Barrett. That if you are standing very close to another NPC, even if it's an enemy, and you fast travel, it will come with you. Yay, creation engine. Love your jank. And it's not exaggeration. I actually do. I love all the crazy, weird system stuff that can happen in these games.
Have something for you.
A new directive would be appreciated.
All right. This Buster is voiced by a Sim Settlements alum. I guess I shouldn't call him alum. They're still part of the team. Can you guys guess who Buster is voiced by?
Ah, there you are. Assuming the sensors on this thing are working, looks like you brought everything I asked for. Fantastic. This might actually work out after all. Let me just take those from you. There. Yeah, these should do nicely. Oh, right, the spacesuit. I've actually already started work on the suit. And now that I have these materials, I reckon I'll have it finished in under a day. If you like, you can stay here and watch me work. Or come back later. Your choice. Okay, just sit over there somewhere and try not to make too much noise. I need to concentrate.
Any update on the patch for this? Derek, the patch is submitted to Bethesda, and we just wait. They do seem to take priority whenever it's multiple VC things conflicting with each other. So, I think that I was told they will fast track it as best they can, but they obviously have other people who are also waiting to get stuff through QA. So they will get it out. I have a patch that I've sent successfully to some people, but then a lot of other people have told me that it just doesn't sync up correctly, and that is, it appears to be some sort of bug with adding things to your library on Bethesda.net and it syncing with your in-game. I don't know why it's unreliable, but unfortunately that's beyond our ability to fix. So if you haven't tried to download the patch, if you want to head to our forums or join our Discord, you can get a link to join the Discord if you go to kinggathcreations.com, go to the bottom, click on FAQ, and you'll find a link there. And you can request someone DM you a link to the patch if you haven't tried already.
And it's done. Well, what do you think? You really think so? I mean, I know it's good work, but you can't always count on others seeing the obvious. Well, please, feel free to grab the suit at your leisure. It's yours for the taking. I've already taken some scans and images, so even if you don't wear the suit, I can still show others my hard work. With luck, this project might just be what I needed to start turning this business around. Thank you for your help. If you ever need the services of an outfitter, you know where to find me.
So this is I've watched a lot of people get stuck on some of the stuff that we're about to do here, and I think one of the things you're going to see in an upcoming patch, not the next patch, but a future one, we're probably going to lift this helmet stand up, because I think when people see that the helmet gets added to this mannequin, we've seen several people whose videos were posted where they were trying to put the helmet on the mannequin later, and you guys will see what I'm talking about. So don't be surprised if this gets moved in a future patch to try and make it a little clearer. All right, let's grab these, and you see we got the superior versions because I'm pretty high level, so these are pretty good stats. If you're starting the game fresh and you grab this stuff, it will be really low. Like, I think the initial stats we start with are really low, but then as you scale up the leveled list, we get closer to the higher tier of gear, because we found that there's some weird stuff Bethesda did with balance. Like, for example, they've released a couple of the outfits that they've put for sale. The level, like, I'm trying to think of the names of them, but there's a few things you can buy from Bethesda directly where are just like spacesuits. And for whatever reason, they started the level 1 versions at like twice the level, or twice the resistances as everything else in the base game. But then when you get it up to like the rank 5, I don't remember what the names of the different ranks are, but when you get it to the top level, then it levels off. And so it seems most of the equipment in the game kind of levels off to within a few points of each other at the highest tier. So the McClarence stuff will do that as well. So if you are getting the McClarence suit on a brand new character, or sub level 10 and its stats seem low, don't worry. We have a duplication system where it will up level the items to your current level, so you can take any piece of equipment, and we will unlock that as we're playing here, and that will get it higher level. Or obviously if you come in on a later game character, then you'll get it higher level right out of the box. So go ahead and grab these.
You're lucky you can go off-world whenever you like. It's not
Complete
so
our first quest.
convenient for most everyone else. Enjoy the new spacesuit. Huh. I'm actually surprised how well it turned out. Once you've had some time to get a feel for it, I'm sure you'll agree that's one damn fine suit. But I'm thinking we can do more with it. For starters, you may have noticed it has room for a number of modifications. I'm fairly sure I could incorporate more unique elements of other suits into your, or really any others you come across.
Well, it looks like folks in chat have the names at the base name, then it becomes calibrated, refined, advanced, superior. Okay, yeah, so I'm high enough level, I got the top one right away. Let's see here. Now that you're inside, you have to stay. Stay, because you are already inside. Charles Joseph, I got Sim Settlements 2 to work on my Xbox Series X, and I love it. That's awesome. I actually I started on a Series X on a playthrough a few weeks back, and I decided to shelve it because I was getting crashes in near downtown Boston, and I think I'm just having the stutter bug from the latest patch of Fallout 4, where I'm just putting a pin in my Xbox playthrough for a bit. But I'm glad you got it working. I hope it continues to go well for you. Choo-choo, any chance of getting weapon duplication for SS2? It's not something we're looking at right now, but like maybe one day we'll add it in, because you know me, I like to just cram everything into Sim Settlements 2. So we would have to have the right character for it, but right now we're putting a pin in any content development for the foreseeable future. We're going to be focused on bug fixes, because SS2 has multiple trackers with literally hundreds of issues to try and resolve. So I'm going to be focused on those for the next few months. Wolf Mother JC, thank you for the subscribe. All right, so the next thing you do in here, and this is where I think a lot of people get stuck, is you're going to ask him about extract mod, and then after he demos it for you, just keep giving him stuff you don't want to extract, and more quests will trigger. I may cheat here and may pop open the CK and find the console commands to skip it, because there are a few of them. After you do the first couple of quests, it starts to get to where you need to turn him in dozens of items to trigger the next rank of it. And I don't know if I have enough legendary items in my ship to trigger everything, because this whole system is designed to be played throughout a playthrough. It's meant to be not something you just grind through really quick. It's supposed to be one of the reasons that I like that it's right next to your spaceship, is you can do it right away, get started with it, play the game, and then over time you will unlock all of the features.
Yes. Or rather,
now we are planning for people who are...
If you've not already figured it out,
I'll let him talk first.
Right now, it's not going so great. I don't even have any active suppliers. So, I need you to bring me materials, both for improving your gear and in general. Materials meaning other spacesuits or equipment. Do this, and I can extract any useful or unique modifications from a particular suit or helmet. And then, for a few credits, I can install those modifications into something else. Better gear for you, more materials and business for me.
Okay, so then we're going to say extract mod again, and then he's going to offer the tutorial.
Excellent. Let me show you how this works. First of all, you need to give me something with a mod installed, like that helmet over there on the side. Or, if you already have something else you'd like a mod from, give me that instead. Otherwise, grab that helmet for me.
Alright, I'm going to just give him the helmet. Might as well take the free legendary.
Good. It started. Just so we're both on the same page, whatever you hand me, I am going to tear apart. So don't give me a favorite outfit or anything.
So a lot of this we had to come up with. We wanted to think of ways to add some balance to this, because obviously moving legendaries around is a super, super powerful effect. So one of the ways we did that is no matter how good your legendary, you only get to take one effect from it. So for example, if I give him my Mantis helmet, I'm only going to get one of those three, not all of them. Now in the case of these low tier ones, obviously there's only one, so it's fine, but he will actually destroy this. So we're going to go ahead and give him that. Let's see, do I have anything else I can give him? No, I'm not carrying anything on my person. I've got a lot in my ship I can go grab, but go ahead and give him that. And yes, you can give him multiple at once. Alright, and then it'll offer you to pick which one you want to extract. Obviously, if it's only one, it'll just show that. Now, you might think, well, we could just skip this screen, but we actually want it. We left it there for a couple of reasons. There's another feature that will unlock further down the line, having to do with Astra. And then obviously you get the option to change your mind right here. So we left it in even for ones that only have one mod on them.
This process will destroy what you gave me. You okay with that?
I would also say if you're playing on Xbox, there is a little bit of a delay before he will react, and that's just the code. Papyrus runs slower on Xbox. So if you find that you hand him some gear and it takes a few seconds for him to get back into dialogue, that's kind of normal.
This will be tricky to separate, but I can do it. There we are. It took some creative disassembly, but I managed to remove the more unique design elements from that gear. Now, these sorts of modifications are easily damaged, so I'll keep hold of what I extracted. But I'll be more than happy to install it into whatever you like, providing I can make it work, of course. Some things just won't go together. Let's try that now, actually, if you have the time.
Okay, so now he'll explain to us how to install a mod. So this is a point where I think every time I watch people play this, I think they're expecting him to open a container to do it, and we didn't do it that way because we want it to be very explicit to players that if you put something in a container, it's gonna get scrapped. Otherwise, if you use the mannequins and displays, it will not. That stuff is safe, so we wanted to keep those very separate from each other. So I will show you how that works in just a second here.
Then I suppose I'm ready to do the work for you. The process is fairly simple, at least as far as you're concerned. Just place a suit or helmet on the nearby displays, then let me know what you want installed.
Okay, so now he tells us to put it on the displays. So basically, if we want to do a spacesuit, we put it on here. If we want to do a helmet, we put it on here. So let's go ahead and put our spacesuit on. We'll put our McClarence one on. And now we talk to him again.
Don't expect any frills here. Function over form. That's my motto. If I had one.
Install mod.
Got it. Now, what mod do you want installed?
Now here's another thing. These are 1 for 1. So once I install this Beast Hunter, I cannot then go and install the Beast Hunter on another piece until I find another copy of Beast Hunter. The idea is he's stripping the actual components that make up that effect out of the suit. He takes the rest of in this case, the helmet, the rest of the parts he's using as scrap material to build other things. So you're kind of feeding him supplies, and then he, in exchange, will move legendary effects around for you.
Aliens can be unpredictable. A millennia of evolution has us used to more terrestrial opponents. Therefore, it can be worth armoring the usually more neglected areas. So, this what we're going with?
That was one of my... So he actually has a unique comment for every one of the base game legendary effects, as well as those that we added ourselves. And we probably won't add more, but we do have the ability to inject support for other legendary effects. So if you guys know of any mods that are popular that have their own legendary effects, they can be made to work with this. And then we have some like fallback lines. He can speak about those when he doesn't have a line specific to them. So this is another balancing point. We make you pay a fee to do the install. We let you do the extraction for free, so that way if you just have a bunch of legendaries and you just want to dump him on him to get him out of your inventory, you can do that without having to worry about running out of credits. But then when you want to make use of him, you got to pay the man.
Let's see if this plays nice.
And there we go. Now we've got a Beast Hunter Superior McClarence
Mods in
spacesuit.
place, no issues with the installation. That went fairly smoothly, all things considered. Here. Now, most gear can take up to 3 modifications, so if you ever need more upgrades, it'll be my pleasure to install them for you. Oh, and if you could do me a favor and keep bringing more stuff I can break down, that way I can extract more mods for you, and it'll give me plenty of material for other projects. Well, we're done here. Don't be a stranger now. And if anyone asks about your suit, remember, McClarence Outfitters, we're still open. Leaving already?
All right, so let's equip our new gear, and then we will go to my ship and see what kind of stuff I have laying around that we can swap things out. So we'll go ahead and equip our suit and helmet, and now we've got 1 legendary. We're going to need some legendaries for these. So some more things to know about the legendary system here is you can add 3 to anything. So you can take a plain item, like we can take this plain helmet and turn it into a rare, epic, or legendary by adding more things. And if you try to install mods into something that already has 3, it'll ask you which one you want to replace. We've also got it set up so that you can combine any 3, even if they are not normally combinable, as long as they work with that type of item. So for example, there are a lot of things that share a slot. It's all behind the scenes stuff. Like it's not exposed to you as the player to know this, but you just might notice that there are certain legendary effects that never appear together, and we break that pattern. We let you combine them however you like. So there's probably some stupid broken combinations you can do with this. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I gotta show you guys skins too, but first let's go to my ship, which I should be able to just stand outside. Oh, I guess I could have turned on the gameplay option to let me access it anywhere. That's a thing, right? But I think I have it. I can, since we're so close, we can just access it from here. And I should have, whoops, we want spacesuits. So yeah, I should have plenty of stuff we can turn in. And how about helmets? Oh yeah, lots of stuff to hand over. I am a bit of a hoarder. One of the things that is most important to my ship is massive amounts of space.
What if we leave a few things here and make a second?
No, it's fine, Barrett. It's
You
fine.
might want this.
I wonder if anyone even notices this door. The amount of people I see just pass on by without so much as a glance. Almost feels like we're invisible some days.
We are fully visible on almost all spectrums. However, I can increase the brightness of the exterior lights if needed.
No, that's not quite what I... Just go clean something.
We've got a bunch of those little miscellaneous scenes between the two of them, and we have it on our post-launch docket to add more because they're really fun.
Something functional.
Oh, Karvik, with your concern earlier about being able to add mod and cheat up level the items infinitely, you shouldn't be able to do that because we're actually the way we generate the higher level items, we're not adding a mod. We actually like run the base item back through the leveled list generator, so it's almost like we're creating a new piece of equipment. Because our up-leveling system, you don't up-level an item you're going to keep, you duplicate an item, and the duplicate will come out up-leveled, and then you can move the mods over. So that lets us bypass the issue of accidentally allowing people to over-level them. Choo-choo, okay, but where is the super mutant girlfriend? I don't know what that means. He whooshed me, Choo-choo. Kez, how's it going? Who are the voice actors? Jason is voiced by Mike, who did the voice of Dr. Cabbage, and he was also one of the insult duelists in Bard's College. And then Buster, I'm gonna not tell you guys. I'll let you guys try and figure it out because it's heavily modulated. It's not me though. All right, so let's extract some mods here.
Let's see what you have.
Oh, the Fallon's vendor. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Chicho. I don't know why I just totally spaced on that. I was like, that sounds so familiar, but I think my head was going to Cabbage, and I was like, there's no girlfriend in there. Because we have a super mutant there, too. All right, let's give him all these things we're not using. And all this stuff. Oh, wait a second. I think I just gave him my McClarence helmet, too. Oh, wait, no, I didn't, because I don't have it. I don't have it legendary yet. So there we go. Give him all this. And now it's going to take him a second to process all this. So now for each one, he's going to ask me what I want to extract from it. So the ones that only have one, very easy.
Okay, next up. What are we taking from this?
I had a lot of anti-ballistic for some reason.
What am I extracting from this thing?
All right, we'll grab an automatic.
All right, this next one, what do you want from it? Next item, what are we stripping out of this?
I think Peacemaker is like a unique one, so grab that.
Not done yet. What do you need from this next piece?
Incendiary sounds cool. Oh, and you can tell which one is the most valuable because it'll generally, the name will be there, because the so the way the legendary system works is there are 3 slots, and the highest tier slot, the higher value legendary effects go in tier 3, and then they use the name of that. And then if you only have a tier 1 and a tier 2, it'll use the tier 2 name. So you can always, if you look at the name of the item, you can kind of figure out which is the most valuable if you're not sure.
Can do. What do you want pulled from this next one? Can do. What do you want pulled from this next one? All right, this next one, what do you want from it? Not done yet. What do you need from this next piece? Okay, next up. What are we taking from this? And this? What am I extracting from this thing? Not done yet. What do you need from this next piece? Next item. What are we stripping out of this? Okay, next up. What are we taking from this?
Now, the nice thing about me dumping all these things on him is we should have been giving him enough to trigger several of the next couple of quests. So
Can do. What do you want pulled from this next?
I agree, Kaz. We had that same discussion, and we're probably going to patch in more when we next work with Mike. Is that when we were writing the system, we had no idea how many times the player was going to be triggering this system. Like, it's kind of like, well, we knew when we're making the system, like, we can tell that we're going to need a ton of lines there, but Sarek, who does the writing, he's never certain which ones are going to trigger the most, because it takes a while before we have the full context of it, right? We didn't really consider, like, oh, somebody's going to dump out their whole inventory when they first install the mod, like I'm doing, where it's going to get really repetitive. Whereas, when we envisioned it originally, it was like, okay, after a player does a quest, they'll have 2 or 3 items and they'll send them over to them, right? But it's, in reality, a lot of players installing this are just going to be like, here you go, buddy, and just dump a whole load on him. So yeah, we could use like 20 more lines at this spot to make it less repetitive.
Okay, next up. What are we taking from this?
All right, I think I already got an incendiary, so we'll grab an analyzer.
All right, this next one, what do you want from it?
I don't think I have a liquid cooled yet.
And this? What am I extracting from this thing? All right, this next one, what do you want from it? All right, this next one, what do you want from it? Not done yet. What do you need from this next piece? And this? What am I extracting from this thing? Next item. What are we stripping out of this?
He's so patient with us.
Not done yet. What do you need from this next piece?
I don't think we have resource hall
Okay,
yet.
next up.
What is the max amount you can dump at once? I'm not sure. I imagine... Yeah, I'm trying to think of what limits there might be. I don't think there are any, but I'm sure if you gave him enough, like if you gave him thousands, you could probably crash the game.
Okay, next up. What are we taking from this? Can do. What do you want pulled from this next one?
Gonna be here 15 minutes? I hope not. I don't think I gave him that many. It looked like a lot more than it is.
Next item. What are we stripping out of this? Not done yet. What do you need from this next piece?
Also, there's a lot of blues, so I don't have to think about it at all.
This next one? To be clear,
There we go.
once I take
Got it
all
to the
of
end.
this apart, there's no putting it back together. I'll deconstruct and pull what you asked for.
The rest of the stream, yeah. Yeah, if you hand him like 1,000 items, you could be here for a while.
Aha! Perfect. The mod's good to go when you are. Actually, while I have you here, could use your help with something.
So after he does extraction, this is when you will get offered a new quest if he has one for you.
The store, shifting to functional utility over, say, questionable lingerie. Turns out, easier said than done. Before I can truly make the shift, I need something. Small matter, really. I need a volatile materials permit. Now, I've already purchased one, only it hasn't arrived. Likely because I got it from less than legitimate sources, but never mind that. I found the seller's last known location. So if you could just go there and get the permit for me, I'd be really grateful. Here, this data slate has all the details. And when you get back, I should have something ready to thank you with.
Okay, we've got our... Let's set this one active, the Mocketeer, so we can get access. So that quest only requires, I think, 3 extractions. It's super early because we knew people were going to want to get the pack right away after we showcased it so much. So let's go ahead and buff up our gear before we leave, and then we'll go off and grab that. So let's pull the extra of that on there. And actually, if you put 2 pieces of gear on different stands, he will ask you which one you want to install stuff to. So if we do this...
I've been experimenting with all the extra parts from the gear you've been bringing me, and I've come up with something new. Take this.
Hey, we just unlocked a couple of new legendaries. So actually, let's go ahead and extract those, and we have those as options here. What will also happen is after you unlock those, he will have them available for sale periodically. So you probably won't have them right this second, but so after we extract these brand new legendaries he gave us, we can get more of them. So we've got cryogenic, 10% chance to freeze melee attackers once every 20 seconds. Some of these we blatantly ripped from Fallout 4 because we thought they were fun there. So let's see, munition sensor, chance to find additional ammo on humans, and then I think I saw synaptic, which increase XP earned from combat. The XP ones, there's a couple of them. They can actually stack. So if you were to put one on each of your pieces of gear, you can get pretty heavy XP bonuses. There's actually another XP one for, I believe, for exploration.
What modification are you looking to salvage? All right, this next one, what do you want from it? All right, this next one, what do you want from it? I can break this down, but it don't mean destroying what you handed me. All right, let's get the good stuff.
Thanks for handing me some stuff, and please destroy it.
Perfect. This can be installed whenever you like.
All right, and so I want to see if he has any of the stock yet. I can't remember how long it takes for it to show. Oh no, we've already got some. So you can see we've already got those same suits are available. So this can also speed up your ability to grind through his system, is that you will immediately start to see whatever ones you've unlocked, he'll start selling those available right away. So that way you can grab those if you need more copies of the mod. And then it's another way to speed through the extraction process and unlocking everything if that's something you want to do.
Just point me to what you want modified.
Granted, you have to have enough credits, and that's another nice thing about the credit blocker is it makes it so that you can't get too overpowered in the early game. Obviously, at this point in the game, I probably have 250,000 credits or something. It's kind of the values are inconsequential, but in the early game, you're never that rich. So I think it worked as a nice balancing point.
Which mod do you want slapped on this?
All right, so we're going to take our Beast Hunters. Now, if you can never remember what any of these are, there is a terminal behind his desk which has descriptions of exactly what all of these do. So I want to put on Synaptic for the XP bonus.
This mod taps into whatever sensors you might have, then syncs to your neural pathways, feeding real-time combat data directly into your brain. Just give me the go-ahead and I'll get started.
And now you can just go ahead and install it, or you can say I want to install another mod.
Fair enough. Just tell me what you want.
And we'll go ahead. Where's the... I'm trying to remember all the names of them. Okay, so I think the munition sensor is only available in helmet, so we'll put that one over there. Yeah, we'll grab cryogenic, just try some of our own
Applies
things.
a layer of gel beneath your gear's outer surface. When struck, the gel super chills and leaches heat from whatever hit you, possibly freezing it for a short time. We good to go with this one?
Now, I could also choose to install another mod, and then it would force me to replace the Beast Hunter, but we'll go ahead and stick with this.
Shouldn't be too tricky. Here you are.
And now we've got a
Everything should
legendary
perform like
McClarence
you
suit. Okay. Actually, you know what? I feel like the description on the Synaptic was different when I read it before. Hold on a second.
Still need that permit.
Yeah, I'll get it for you soon.
Please
Anytime.
buy something.
Let's see here. Yeah, increase XP earned from combat by 20%. But then I'm pretty sure it said 10% on my thing, or maybe I just misread because there were so many effects. Alright. Yeah, see, now here it says 10% instead of 20%. That's odd. I'll have to point that out to... Yeah, why is it 10% on this and 20% on the other? That's very strange.
I hope you're not here for fashion advice. Here's what we have, such as it is.
Yeah, see, 20%. What's going on? I'm going to mark this as a investigative issue. Synaptic. Sometimes it may be something like when you have multiple legendary effects, it's reducing itself by some weird magic in the CK. I don't know. Sometimes 10%, sometimes 20. Don't know why that is, but I will research it. Okay, so let's go ahead and buy some more from him. I just want to put that in my helmet as well.
Well, hand it over then. What are we stripping from this piece? Once I'm done with this, this will be toast. Still want to go through with it? Careful now, Jason. Don't want to waste anything. Done. Mod's ready whenever you like.
Alright, let's install
Just tell
some
me
to
which
the
mod
helmet.
we're adding here.
Okay, we can add our munition sensor.
Uses a combination of thermal and spectral imaging to detect ammunition on bodies. Helps you locate and recover any hidden ammo. All set to proceed with this?
Yeah, let's get some more on there.
You already have something in mind?
We'll add Synaptic on this as well since it stacks.
This mod taps into whatever sensors you might have. So this is what you want? If so, I can install it right now.
And then let's grab
Another?
automatic as well.
Okay.
I think I can
What do
put
you
that on
think?
this. No, I can't. Okay. We will do... Let's do incendiary. So now I have incendiary and cryo.
This one? I'm not even sure this one's legal. Thermal regulators are fitted and can overload during close combat. Not a bad way to discourage would-be attackers. I'm ready to install it if you are.
There we go. Now we've got install the munition sensor, synaptic, and incendiary mods to the superior McClarence helmet. Done.
Let's see how this works.
Oh, that's not a bad price at all.
Job's
There
finished.
we go.
Everything's installed.
Yeah, see, now it shows
get out there
10%
and make me
again.
look good.
You know what I'm curious about? I want to go see what it shows at the
Off you go, then.
terminal. I'm gonna show you guys that in a second here. All right, let's go ahead and get this equipped.
Please register me.
So back here we've got a little terminal. And if you want some backstory on Jason, you can hack his personal logs there. But you can see we've got, as you unlock them, they will appear here. So you can read about what they do and what items they can install into. So if we were to click any one of these, so let's find... Synaptic. Combat by 20%. Yeah, it's supposed to be 20%. For some reason, it's showing up as 10 on the items. That's very odd. And you can see that's where it installs to, how many he has available for you. So you can come back and check if you want to plan out what your gear installs will be. Okay, so... Alright, we've got some gear. We've got our volatile permit plan. Oh, I was going to show you guys some skin options. So if we go to the space suit workbench here, and we go to our helmet here. The helmet has a nice preview. Unfortunately, the suit, because it's just in that box, does not. But right out of the box, you can get access to black and gold, blackout, constellation, and then Freestar Collective is tied to you having joined them. So I think it happens after you deal with the little hostage situation, and then you go in there and accept to join them. You don't have to go very far in it. Patriotic is unlocked by default. Pink is unlocked by default. Red and black is unlocked by default. UC Vanguard, I think it's again after you accept, so you have to go do the little tutorial mission where you do the little ship training simulator, and then you get access to this. I don't have Crimson Fleet yet. I believe that triggers after you make your way to the key and do the first tiny little bit there. And those are the 3 faction ones we have. We actually are going to put out a Ryujin one in the future, so we'll do that as part of a free update. And then we have some more little quest content planned for this as well. So McClarence isn't done yet. We have some more stuff we're going to add to it in the future. Let's go with black and gold for the helmet.
Excuse me, Mr. McClarence. I have noticed a
Good work. Impressive quality.
3 days. Do you require companionship?
Alright, let's head out and do... Actually, you know what? We can just use our good old cheaty load screen system.
I have something for you.
Targets lost
Uh-oh.
their shields. They've lost grav jump capability.
Is that it? Anybody else coming at me? Well, let's not fight the Freestar. Did I accidentally aggro them? What do we got? What do we got?
That got a little too exciting back there. I think we had it covered, but I expect some people owe you their lives. Any way we can repay you?
Oh yeah, give me some repair parts, please. There we go.
Transferring parts now. You take care.
Sweet. Okay, let's head on to planet then. There we go. Mosmed Mage, any plans for adding weapons to the vendor stock for the added weapon effects? As it is, we basically get 1 copy of each and we destroy them as an abstraction. Oof. I don't know this offhand, but does Buster often offer weapon sales? Because if not, we could add that in as a feature for him to do that, to just for the sake of selling those exact things, the ones with the weapon effects. Because I agree that would be a problem, Moz. We want to make sure that players have access to multiple of those. It's cool that the bot speaks about what each mod does. That is cool, but a quick ref when you scroll down the list with an overview of each mod would be a nice tool. Yeah, at one point we were going to have it show in the player dialogue options the description. It was just it just got messy for some of them. Just like the dialogue tree just looked obnoxious. So we figured players can plan their gear out. They're probably going to plan their gear out using we give them the terminal to do that, to figure out like what they're going to install and stuff. Since it's generally, I think, in the early game you'll just use whatever you can find, right? And then when you get to late game you're going to have like a specific build plan, so you're going to know exactly what you want to put on there. Oh, it's because of cloud save. I didn't even think about that. I think I have cloud save enabled because I was playing Starfield on a Steam Deck at one point when it first came out, and I never disabled that again. That's a good point. But interesting bug is it prevents the game from cleaning up autosaves, which is kind of counter to what you probably want when someone's running out of space. Hey, buddy.
Alert. You have anomalous sensory.
You're not Jason.
I am unable.
Bad news for you, I've got OP shotgun. I'm a rotten console user, so I know what I want on my gear from day one.
Messing with the fleet? Your funeral. Time to earn a living.
Oh, hello.
I'm going for help. Take him down.
Oh, that was a lot of credits you had. Get back here. Wait, why are you level 2? He's out of here because he got spawned in the wrong dungeon. I love the bear clones. Is your ship the Kepler ship? Yeah, it's the one you get from Walter Stroud's quest to design a ship. I always convince them to just do everything. They're like, make it fast, make it a hauling ship, like just everything. I get this monstrosity, which I freaking love. Hey, buddy. I don't know why we're getting level 2 pirates, but I accept the easy dungeon. Actually, what level is this system? Oops, wrong button. This one. It's a level 35 system. Very interesting. Bethesda, your scaling system is drunk. Oh, you're a normal level. Jet built in. Love it.
How does it take this guy down? This was mine.
The sanitation robot was mad at us too. Oh, nope, nope. Nope. That's not what I wanted. Sorry, sanitation bot. You're my enemy now.
You aren't ready for this, but I am.
We get them all? All right, now time to get lost in this place. I gotta say, there was a certain magic to the super linearity of most Skyrim dungeons, where it like made you think they were huge, but they were really just like one big tunnel. Oh wow, almost dead. What are you doing? I don't think so. Oh, hello. Delgado's directive, eh?
System failure.
Hey, something else we can pawn off. I don't think I need any of the other stuff. Okay, now we get this stuff back to Jason. Look at the solid loot goblining right there. Yeah, can't resist.
I have something for you.
Cannot, even when it doesn't matter, I'm gonna roll back the save. I still gotta grab all the stuff. Pickleton, any update on the Doom creation? No, I unfortunately am not allowed to talk about it. It's all up to Bethesda now what happens with that. I can't wait till we can talk about it. Because it was a lot of fun.
Systems operating within acceptable parameters.
Ha! Yes! Permit! I knew you could find it. I'll be taking that. Ha! Perfect. This is going to open doors for me. And you too. McClarence Outfitters can now legally dismantle, repair, construct, and sell consumer-grade packs. Which brings me to... here. For you. Custom-designed pack built by yours truly. Perhaps a little more advanced than consumer grade, but we'll just keep that between us. And as an extra perk, I can now extract or install mods into any pack you bring me. So bear that in mind. Now, can I help you with something?
Alright, I think I just picked up some junk you can scrap for me. Yeah, you can have that. Oh yeah, we can give him this one because we're going to switch over to the McClarence pack. And you can have that one.
What do you want extracted?
Sure, Chameleon.
Alright, this next one, what do you want from it? Alright, this next one, what do you want from it?
Oh, we had two Chameleon things.
Remember,
Oops.
once I extract, there's no going back. Got it. I'll break them down and extract what you need. Nicely done. More mods ready for use. Hey, since you're already here, can I convince you to do another little job for me? I'll get straight to the point. I need to grease some palms, and I can't leave behind any digital fingerprints. So, I need you to deliver a physical package for me. It's nothing nefarious, just some honest bribery and friendly corporate espionage. Fairly standard, nothing to worry about. And here's the best part. If all goes well, I can offer you a new service. Instead of destroying gear to extract a mod, I can simply duplicate it, leaving the original equipment fully intact. Sounds good, right? Here's the package. You need to travel to Aquila, then find somewhere to leave it, near the Trackers Alliance HQ. My contact there will do the rest.
There we go. Alright, let's
Remember, bring me gear to break down. Every bit helps.
Will do. Alright, so now there's a new pack stand, so we'll go ahead and pop our McClarence pack on there. Now, if you ever have an issue, there's a bug with the base game stands we figured out with the helmets, the helmet stand and the pack stand. This can happen when you display an item on it, like when you add it, it sometimes just won't physically display. We actually found out what's happening is there's some weird bug, and it happens, it's not just with our gear. We thought it was for a while, and it was like, oh no, this happens with vanilla too. It actually gets positioned like offset, so sometimes it'll be like the helmet will actually be behind that wall, or like over here embedded in the stairs or something. It's very weird. Some base game bug.
These fabrics, I just don't get them. Not durable like the stuff I used to work with. Have you delivered that package yet? I don't mean to rush you,
get on it. Hang tight, hang tight.
Do it sometime soon.
All right, let us install some mods on this
So,
thing.
which mod do you want installed in this piece?
All right, yeah, we'll do Chameleon.
Ah, now this. Adaptive optical fibers, woven right into your gear. Allows you to mimic your surrounding environment, providing you don't move too much. Last chance to change your mind before I start.
Let's
Might
install
as
some
well.
more stuff.
Already got everything ready.
Sure, repulsing.
This one's rather sneaky. The mod generates short-range pulses that can disrupt someone's motor neurons, possibly causing them to lose grip on a weapon. If you're happy with this, I'll get to work.
And one
Sure,
last
we can
one.
do that. What do you want?
Mirrored sounds
A
good.
mixture of clever design and slick polymers. Increase the chances of an incoming attack rebounding on your aggressors. Not a huge chance, but every bit helps. So, this what we're going with?
Indeed. Let's do
Shouldn't
it.
take too long. That's it. Should work like a
Very
charm.
nice.
Come back when you need something else.
Okay, let's get this bad boy equipped. So this thing, this was interesting. So this, where's it at? There it is. So this suit ended up kind of driving a lot of the design, but or the wing pack rather. But it started out with when the suit was being concepted, the concepts had this kind of gold and white vibe to it, and to me some of the little bits looked like feathers, and I was like, man, this looks like Mercy from Overwatch. And that inspired us to do a wing pack for the suit, which came out really, really good. Especially once Shadow and Imperial put their heads together and figured out how to make, if I can remember how to get into third person, I don't ever use it, how to make it so that the boosters all line up, which is pretty awesome. He actually, Imperial went super extra with it. If you look really close on the pack, just above where the flames are, it even alters some of the textures. See, there's kind of I don't know how do we zoom in here? Hold on a second. I can't remember how to control the camera on Xbox controller. How do I zoom in with third person? I guess I can do it with scanner mode. Okay, anyway, there's a little tiny, like a little meter on the back. It's hard to see. Let me see if I can get a little better view here. There's like a little meter you can see kind of in the center of the pack toward the bottom, and when you jetpack, it lights up. So we've gotten really into the effect sequencer in the game, which is gonna hopefully let us do some really sweet visuals over time. Gotta go to photo mode for zoom. Okay. Carver, did you get God of Madness to voice a cleaning bot? No, we did not. Nick Carter, there's another one that is made but not released yet because of lack of lip sync. There is a thing we did involving Doom that is done, but it's not for us to release. It was like a partner thing we did with Bethesda, so we're not even allowed to talk about it. So all I can say is go watch the QuakeCon day one video. It's like the very first thing that happens in that video. It opens up, that whole QuakeCon opens up with just a little mini trailer for this thing we worked on, but we're not allowed to talk about it yet. And then I don't know how much we'll be able to talk about it once it comes out, but hopefully they'll just let us talk about it openly.
Word is you've been clearing out some real scum.
Oh, somebody just handed me 3,300 credits. I'll take it. Sinkiller, nice mod, bro. Thank you. Your name sounds familiar. Did you do a review video of this recently? I feel like I watched a video that had this in it, and your name looks familiar. Is mod performing well in terms of returns? Do you think you'll make more? We don't get returns. I don't know if Bethesda allows them. We don't ever hear about them. They don't ever come at us and be like, hey, you owe us return money or anything. I've never had that happen with anything. So I don't know if it's something like they don't allow it, or if they just eat it. They just eat the cost. I really don't know. So, but yes, we have another thing already completed for Starfield, and another one that we're just wrapping up pre-production on right now. And then we will see after that. I think we have a lot more ideas for Skyrim stuff, so we're probably going to scoot back over to Skyrim soon, but we do have a couple of things in Starfield we want to do. And then I think after this, whether we do more stuff in Starfield beyond the next thing we're going to do is going to be determined by two things. One will be, do we have the tools like lip sync, animation, and version control? So we do the stuff we're doing in Starfield. We don't have version control, but we have 10 plus people working on these projects, and it is a pain in the butt because we have to just pass the plugin around and be like, all right, so and so, you can have the plugin tomorrow morning for 4 hours to do your next thing, and then you got to give it back to me so I can finish what I'm working on. It's awful. And so we've been waiting for version control and lip sync before we do anything huge. So right now we're just kind of doing smallish stuff. I think bigger than what most people are doing, but still very small for us.
Apologies for this sudden change of plans, but seems our little agreement has drawn unwanted attention. Nothing serious yet. Still, we need to proceed with caution. Instead of leaving your package here, you'll need to deliver it directly to a third party. Don't worry, your scanner will help point them out. Look for a person flagged with the crime of aggravated parking.
Aggravated parking.
Say the following. Not all paths are straight. Some curve for a reason. Once you've done that, hand over the package. And please, be quick. It's best not to linger around the Trackers Alliance longer than necessary. A friend.
Okay, so now we are looking around for somebody with a specific crime. So first we gotta find somebody red, is the way the tracker system works.
Once we head through those gates, the Ashta will start hunting us down pretty fast, so beware.
Alright, see if we can find somebody. So you can get kind of high up to kind of get a higher view of people. And this should still show red even if they're far away. Whoa. Come on. Ugh. Oh, I guess I need to mod the pack to get a power boost, or a balanced at least. I think this is just a basic. Alright, I don't see anybody red over there. And I don't think they appear anywhere in particular. It's just kind of like they get added into the crowd of NPCs around the city. It'd be funny if it was the security guy. Alright, let's see if we can find this person. Where are you hiding at? This is one of the cooler things that Bethesda added into the game. I really like this bounty hunter system. Very good for RP. Oh, there's somebody. Is this our man? Wanted, dead or alive.
Evening, sir.
What does that say? Selling fake used ship warranties. Nah. They can get away with it. We're not actually bounty hunting. We're looking for one particular guy. Aggravated parking. So maybe the voice is yours. It is not, Carvok. It is not my voice as Buster. I still hang tight. Although I guess that is a way I could get around my... I don't want to unimmersify things for you guys by being a voice actor and stuff. So I guess robots and heavily synthesized are a way I could get away with that.
Yeah. You tried the chamomile tea. It's so good.
Nick Carter, you guys don't have a private GitHub or so? We have a lot of private GitHubs. We have a repo for everything.
Emily knows the best games. I hope she comes over to.
Something to report?
Sledge the window to get Starfield salvage beacons. You know, it might happen. It might happen. The next thing we're working on, I think it could fit in there, but we haven't really talked about that as the feature list on our list. But it might get it if we have enough extra time. I think I could sneak it into the next thing we're working on. It would kind of fit with the theme of what we're doing. But so far, for me personally, I've not needed salvage beacons in Starfield, so I don't know that it would be as cool a thing as it is in Fallout and Skyrim. I even think in it works best in Fallout for sure. I think it works pretty good in Skyrim especially when you combine it with the other features in East Empire, like the capture. But it definitely works best in Fallout. In Starfield, because you can just keep moving even though your gear's full and you have your ship to drop stuff on. I almost feel like salvage beacons it's the one game it's almost not needed in. Other than, I think it would work, the selling thing would work well though still. I think some of the features we added that are unique to East Empire that aren't in salvage beacons or in SS2, I think could work well for Starfield. Being able to send off loot you don't want to be sold, that could be useful. Although then we have the problem in Starfield of you're so rich by mid-game that like money becomes irrelevant, other than for building ships. Though I really appreciate that Bethesda was aware of that problem and tried to solve it with Astra. That's why one of the reasons that we tap into that, which you guys will see after we complete this quest, is like I think Astra's a really good idea to have some sort of rare resource that is only achievable through certain circumstances, so that not everything has to be based around credits, which kind of become meaningless after a while. It's nice to have a single rare resource that people can tap into, as opposed to having to invent their own. Because we were talking about that when we were planning out things of like, well, how do we balance this when credits become meaningless after a while? And then Bethesda dropped the Tracker's Lance patch, and I was like, oh, awesome. When before that, we were going to invent like a new rare resource for almost all of our creations, and then it was going to have to be an independent one, right? Because the creations can't depend on each other. But then Bethesda solved that for us, so I'm glad to see that they were aware of that gameplay issue as well. All right, please fix the ship outpost station game cycle so I can then add to your work. Can you describe more of what you think is broken? Ooh. Is this our man?
Can you scan that?
Impersonating a robot. I love some of the crimes people have. They're great. Alright, where is our guy? Oh, here's a couple of people. Here we go. Active bounty. Aggravated parking. There they are.
Thought I smelled that good old familiar chunk's air.
Oh, hold on. Nope. Come on. I gotta use my own controls here.
Hi there. What can I do for you? That's great news. Thanks for getting this done, even with the risks. Well, gotta go. Bye!
And there we go. So some things we can pull off a lip sync by reusing vanilla dialogue, and that is something we're experimenting with more. We have a project on our task list for the next Starfield thing to like dig in deep to some of the generic dialogue to see what we can pull off. Oh, I keep forgetting about... No, that's not what I want. I want... Not bounty hunting. We want under the table. There we go. Because it aggravated parking, is that like parking with intent? I don't know what it means. I think it was meant to be intentionally vague and silly sounding. Have Bethesda responded for version control? No, I've not heard anything. I don't know what the status is, but man, I would love to have it. It would make us work way more efficiently. We've got some workarounds, and we're taking advantage of the fact that Xedit can do some they can merge some things, but it's definitely more complicated.
Have something for you.
Oh, wait, my flashlight's on. I was like, what is that bright light? There we go. There we go. Let me write it all up and get back to it. It's in classic me style still in my head. Oh, of what you want to fix with outpost ship stuff? I have some ideas for outpost and ship, but I'm nervous about tackling either.
They let me know everything has been handled. And now I have access to some cutting-edge analysis and replication technology. This means, in short, we no longer have to destroy equipment in order to gain their modifications. We can simply copy them. Although, there is a cost. For each mod we duplicate, I have to provide another kickback to our benefactor. That being a bar of Astra. That's a type of currency, if you didn't know. It's a steep price, one I can't afford to pay myself. So, it'll be on you if you want to cover the expense. Still, it's good to have options. It is rare, but if you're looking to find some Astra, working for the Trackers Alliance may yield some results.
There we go. So now when we go to extract him out, I don't know if I have anything I can extract. Well, I guess I could offer him up something I'm wearing. Come on. Well, what do we got? Do we have anything extra? Yeah, we'll just offer this up and we'll just cancel so you guys can see it.
What are we extracting?
So we'll select the thing we want to extract. So we'll say munition sensor.
Turning back once I begin. You sure?
And then for every item, you'll get an option. So if you had 3 items, it would say 3 Astra here, and you can pay that. And then basically what he'll do is add a copy of the selected legendary effect to his stock, but won't destroy your item. So it's a good thing to do if you've got like a unique legendary effect on like a unique piece of gear, like the Mantis type of thing, something like that. Or if you just have a lot of Astra because you've got real lucky with your dungeon grinds, or maybe you have a mod that adds more Astra or whatever. But we're gonna just cancel that.
Here's your gear. Maybe next time.
Okay, let's put that back on. Let's put that back on before I forget. All right, let's exit out of here.
Go, then.
So now we turned him in so much stuff that it's likely we have another quest already queued up. So I'm going to go grab, I think I have a bunch of extra packs in my ship inventory, and we'll see if we can get the next one to trigger. I think there are still 3 more quests we can unlock. 2 or 3 more, I can't remember which. And we actually have another quest planned that we want to patch in later. We've got one of the things that I love to do with, I shouldn't say we love to do with any of our systems is if they're kind of a thing where you can just kind of do it as much as you want, we like to have like a point where it's like, okay, here's your finale. You did it enough, you get like some sort of final moment, and that we're going to try and add something like this to this in the future, because I think it'll feel nice. But what do we want to do? The beast, cargo hold, and we should have packs left that we haven't. How's my carry weight? 260, not that bad. Okay, what I'm going to do is turn in just a couple just to get my carry weight under control, and then see if he has one, because there's a chance that I have already got the next 2 triggered because I've given him so much stuff. And he does a check for it. After each time you do an extract a mod, he checks to see if you've triggered it, like if there's enough under the hood. We're going to put up a wiki eventually that gives all those kind of details, kind of like we have for SS2, where there's just like a huge wiki with every single little bit of how it works under the hood documented. I'm going to get that up for all of our VC stuff at some point. It's just been a lot on my plate, so finding the time to do that it's been a challenge. And I don't know, and for this kind of stuff, I don't know that how much of it we would get volunteers for to do, so I kind of feel like we have to document it ourselves, and that's just another task for the list. All right, so let's go ahead and extract something.
But I need something.
But the numbers are something
so
like,
hand it over.
I think it's the first one is you turn in 3, then I think the next one is after you turn in 4 more, then the next one after that is 5 more, something like that. I can't remember the exact numbers, but it was kind of a linear progression like that. All right, so let's just go ahead and get my mass down, and then we'll save the rest.
What are we extracting?
Let's see here. 1 second. Got some pop-ups from a expired piece of software. Checking chat because I just realized I let it get behind. So, how long did it take you to make your first mod? Depends on for what. For Starfield, the first thing that we did that we actually are like completed 100% took about a month. If you're talking about my first mod ever, depends on what you mean. If you mean first mod that I released to the public, or first mod just for tinkering around, for what game, I think that I have multiple answers to that question.
Next item. What are we stripping out of this?
Nick Carter, does it always take them that long time to add lip sync to their game CKs? No, it's oh yeah, DJ already answered you. Yeah, usually it's an out of the box thing, like day one. But
next item. What are we stripping out
I
of this?
think generally for all of these tools, so whether it's lip sync or animation or all these things that we're waiting for, I think it's because they use third-party tools, and so they have to either come up with a license. So one of the things they did, like there's a program called Wise, it's WWISE, and it handles sound stuff, and it's very common in the gaming industry. And they had to set up a relationship with WWISE or Wise, or whoever the company is that does Wise. It looks like WWISE, but I'm told that you just say Wise for it. Anyway, for Wise, they have now like this licensing agreement. If you go to the website of the company, there's like you fill out this form and then you check in this button that's like, I'm doing this for the Starfield game. So I think a lot of this stuff, they have to come up with a similar agreement with these companies before they can get the tools out to us, because they probably paid a lot of money to have the license for themselves, and now I think, my guess, that I have no inside information, is totally guessing, but because now they're offering the VC program, that it probably makes their licenses trickier, right? So now all of a sudden those companies are going to want to get a cut of the action for anything that's sold too. So excuse me, it's probably harder to negotiate, right? When Bethesda's negotiating with any of those tools for like Skyrim, I'm sure a lot of the people at those companies are just like, oh, cool, there's going to be more free content for people to create, and I love your guys' games. Sure, we'll just set it up. Here's a license. As long as people aren't selling stuff, they can go nuts. But now once there's money involved, obviously, like, understandably, that all these companies are going to be kind of going, whoa. So that's my guess. That's what my guess is, why we haven't gotten all the tools that we usually get, is that there's a lot more license negotiating going on. Or Bethesda's just creating new tools, right? If it gets too expensive for the licensing, then you just have to have your engineers make an in-house solution. Carvick, if you are questioning what can be done, then my ideas are probably pie in the sky. It's not that I'm questioning what can be done. It's more like I am concerned of accidentally starting up another Sim Settlements 2-level project, which is still going, and we've been working on it for 6 years, and it's I don't think something like that would be sellable in the store. I think that if we're going to get into a project of that scale again, it's got to be its own game. So I just am nervous about getting into like too big of a project, because I don't have it in me to do another 6-year free mod. Like, any free ideas I have, I'm going to be throwing them into Fallout 4, because that's my playground. I actually have a new mod in development. It's almost done for Fallout 4. It's a utility mod. It's not anything crazy like some settlements or anything, but I think it'll be popular anyway. At least I hope so. I hope people will like it. Popularity doesn't matter, but I hope people like it. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay, next up. What are we taking from this?
All right, let's see here. Oh, there's a couple of these I don't remember seeing. Fastened, armor plated. Armor plated.
Back once I begin. You sure?
And I don't think I have any Estron yet on this character, because I don't think I've even done the Trekkers lines on this character.
We need here. Strip this out there. Mod's ready for use. I'll keep everything safe for now. Gotta say, I really appreciate all this work you're bringing me. People are starting to pay attention to McClarence again. However, the interest in my rebrand is minimal, at best. Most requests I'm getting are for reproductions of older clothing. And that's something beyond my current talents. But I have an idea. With the right programming and hardware, this robot I'm speaking through might be capable of making the near-perfect replications I'd need. So, you can probably guess where this is going. I need your help. Again. The Genderdyne Corporation. Heard of them? It's a neon-based operation. They have some proprietary technology I think would do the job. But first, I need my name added to their select clients list. So here, take this slate and connect it to their local network. The data slate will take care of everything. You just need to get in, get out. Easy.
Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
All right, so you can see that as you progress through and give him more stuff, and as you leave and come back, the ship starts to, or the store starts to evolve. So we can see he's got some of his suits on display. There's customers that will start showing up. I think he's got some other stuff. Yeah, other spacesuit over here, or helmet rather. All right, let us head to Neon. Juju, I'd like to see stores make a return, as well as actual settler jobs. Not just someone is there because of their skills. Also, more settlers, not having a smaller pop cap than FO4. Yeah, I mean, but that's so. I would like that too, but I think that for something like that to feel good, it would need some pretty fundamental changes to the system, including the HUD, and that is problematic. So, doing total HUD overhauls would be.
It's big, all right.
I don't know how that would go over. I think, and then some of it might not be possible because it's not necessarily that we can send any data we want to the HUD. It just, I know how hard it was to get the stuff we have working in some settlements, so I fear that doing some of the same stuff in Starfield it needs to be done by Bethesda. It's I've kind of said the same thing about like proper mechs. Like that somebody's going to put out a version of mechs at some point in the community, but it's going to be so much jankier than if it got engine level support. And that's kind of how I feel about proper settlers too. It's going to be like, yeah, I could do it, but it's going to be a little bit janky. And for the stuff that we're doing through VC program, I don't want any jank. I want to like have everything feel pretty good here. All right, so for this one, we got to hack this thing. So I'm trying to find. There's usually a switch for these blinds. Here we go. Make it so that people can't see me, and I don't have stealth on this character, so we better quick save here. All right, let's see if I don't get caught. Oh, I've got chameleon too. Nice. Okay, this one for sure. This one's a maybe. That one will work on that, and then here's a straight one. Okay, cool. So it should be this. This, bingo. Alright, let's see if people at Genderdyne are gonna come at me.
What? I'm working here. The way things are looking at Genderdyne.
Where's the security? Did they
polish up my resume?
Okay, we're cool. He didn't come at me. Alright, can we fast travel from here? I saw somebody put out a mod for Starfield called Slow Travel, and I think it's designed just to prevent this kind of nonsense where you can just fast travel from one planet, like this inside of a store at one planet and right to another one. Kind of takes away the spacefarer. What would you call it? Like the spacefarer fantasy, when you can just never actually enter your ship.
Have something for you.
Yes. What?
Oh, that person's still here. They're just hanging out forever.
Guess who's now on Genderdyne's preferred client list? I'll give you a hint. You're currently standing in their store. Mission successful! I can now start replicating old McClarence designs. Should help pay the bills. And here's an added benefit. You bring me a piece of equipment and I can create a perfect duplicate for you. Although, if there are any mods installed, those won't be duplicated. We'll still have to source those the old-fashioned way. Still, should open the door for your own fashion-based aspirations. Now, anything I can do for you?
Okay, so now we have the duplicate item option. So I will, oh, and I leveled up. I will show you guys how this works. So if we go to duplicate item.
I'm assuming you want the broad strokes and not the impossibly long and boring technical details. So here it is. Just put a suit, helmet, or pack out on display. Then ask me to create a duplicate and I'll get to work right away. The duplicate will look exactly the same. And it'll have room for any modification you might want to add.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put something on the stand here. So this is where you can put, so if we grab like, say, this Trackers Alliance pack here, I'm trying to find something that's lower level. Calibrated, here we go. So calibrated, and it has the O2 boosted. So let's go ahead and put this on there. So we'll store it. And then we will talk to Jason.
Outfitters.
Duplicate item.
I can do that. Ready for me to get started?
And we will copy the calibrated shock troop skip pack. So note that it's calibrated right now. And we
Here's your
received an
Hope
advanced
it's up to
copy.
your standards. Come back if you need anything.
Oops. So let's compare the stats on that. Oh, so let's grab our other one. So 48, 50, 52. And now the upgraded version is 64, 66, 68. So you get a higher level version based on your character level. It basically runs it back through the level list system. So I don't know what level superior boost packs start at, but if I was that level, I would get that out of the box. Actually, that's interesting that I got superior McClarence stuff, but not superior of the pack, unless the pack name's different. You guys seem to know that stuff for the prefix for what it is. But anyway, so I can now take this and install whatever legendaries I want onto it. So that's how the duplication works, which I'm told is super valuable for some of the certain look items, which you tend to not get anymore in the base game until once you're at higher levels, so then it's really difficult to find the higher tier versions of them. But for me, it was always just like stuff like the Mantis suit, where you get one shot at it, and then if you happen to be low level and you want to keep using it because you like the design, you're kind of boned and you're stuck with these really lame stats. So this is a solution to that problem. All right, so let's extract him some stuff and see if we have enough to trigger the next thing, because the next thing should be weapons.
If you could be doing anything else right now, what would it be? Anything at all. I'm busy right now, but
All right, let's extract some mods here.
I'll make it happen.
What do we got? We've got some packs for you. I don't know if I have enough to pull off the next unlock or not, because I think it's pretty far down.
What are we stripping from this piece? And this? What am I extracting from this thing?
Oh, that's right, mods. Yeah, for some reason, some pieces Bethesda didn't put all 5 entries. They stopped at 4. We're not really sure why. Feels like one of those things that a mod will fix eventually, and then this should, as long as it's set up in the leveled list correctly, this should dynamically become a part of it.
Next item. What are we stripping out of this?
I think the only thing we have to manually add support for in McClarence are new legendary effects, and we're gonna also, I'm going to say this, and if it's wrong, we will make it happen. But the intention was to be able to put out a tutorial so that anybody could make a patch to make something inject into McClarence if they have new legendary effects. So then if the mod author wants to do it, or if somebody else wants to do it as a patch, I know patches on Nexus are a problem, but we actually have a new section on kinggath Creations on the forum called Resources, and anybody's allowed to post patches there for VC stuff. And then what we'll probably do is, if we find mods with legendary effects, we will probably bake support at a code level into McClarence for them as we find them. And then just whenever we happen to be doing a bug fix update or a content update, we will just add those in as well. So if you guys know of any mods that add new legendary effects to Starfield, we're looking for ones that are reasonably popular, right? If it's something like somebody created some really dumb legendary that's insanely overpowered and nobody's using it, we might not add baked in support to that. But anything that's attempting to be a decent addition to the game, if you guys post those on our forums or on our Discord, we will add them to our tracking list to get baked in support for them.
Next item. What are we stripping out of this? To be clear, once I take all of this apart, there's no putting it back together. Time to tear this apart. That went well. Just let me know when you're ready for installation.
Okay, so I didn't get enough from him, but we might be able to buy
Sure,
enough to trigger the next thing here. So let's see. That has nothing. Here we go. Got a couple of things there. Extract these. Peaches says, compared to Fallout 4, Skyrim, what was the biggest improvement that when you were modding Starfield? Any new tools or changes that made it easier or harder? I think the thing we're most excited about with Starfield so far, based on what we have, is the effect sequencer. Being able to do complex effects right in the CK is pretty wild. Like previously, we would have had to use NIF edits, and it was kind of janky, and now we get to do it based in the engine. Same with the particle. The particle system is all available. That tool is right in the engine. Those are the most exciting things, because those we had to come up with the models for them, and it was very difficult to do that stuff unless you have a seasoned VFX artist who happens to have an old version of 3D Studio Max and now or is willing to work in Nifscope. And Nifscope can be, it's a great tool, love that tool, but it's painful compared to using a visual editor like the proper software that Bethesda designed the effects around. So those are some of the more exciting things. There's a lot of new Papyrus stuff that's really helpful, and that's the coding language we use for the game engine. Like, there's a lot of new stuff in Starfield that's nice to just speed up some coding, or functions that we've been asking for Skyrim and Fallout 4 that are suddenly available. So, and they're really simple things that would be hard to explain why they're valuable. But for example, there's a record called location, which would be like a location would be the name of a place, right? And it has some data about it. So for example, location in Starfield would be Jemison, or a location might be New Atlantis. And there's a lot of data that gets associated with those locations that we make use of, and those are called, a lot of that data is called keywords. And in Fallout 4 and Skyrim, you could not modify that data at runtime without the script extender, and now we can. So some stuff like that just opens up a lot of possibilities that we never had before. On a systems level, that's really, really exciting. And from what we've seen in the base game, I think I think most of us are a little torn on the camera, the Oblivion style camera, but the animation improvements in Starfield, can't complain about those. Like, there's a lot more we can do with animations. There's a lot more baked in animations. And then if you look at something like the Crimson Fleet quest, the moment when you meet, I can't remember his name, the hacker guy, like, that whole sequence is all animated out nicely. It keeps the camera in third person while these characters interact with each other, and like the potential to do stuff like that is really awesome. Like, it looks so much better than a lot of the character animations you get in Fallout 4 or Skyrim. So that stuff's pretty exciting, but we don't have those tools yet. So I would say the things that make it harder are that we're lacking some core tools like lip sync and animation, and version control. Those are the big ones we're missing right now that make it a little bit harder. So it's a mixed bag. There's some things that are easier, some things that are harder. The one thing I'm waiting to see how Bethesda will handle, and I think that we might be one of the people that trigger them to come up with a solution or tell us that no, that's going to be a hard limit, is that right now there's a 1 gigabyte limit for mods you can upload to Bethesda's website for Starfield, which is not a limit for Fallout 4 or Skyrim, and I find that very odd, and I'm curious if they will be willing to lift that limit, because I think if we made something the scope of Bard's College expansion for Starfield, it would easily eclipse a gigabyte. So it's a question of, do they even want that kind of content in this program? Maybe they don't. I don't know.
What modification are you looking to salvage? Can do. What do you want pulled from this next one? Remember, once I extract, there's no going back.
Mods next expanded addendum to allow patches as long as they're optional files for a mod and not the featured mod itself. Yeah, and so the problem with that is it basically means so that only the mod author who made the original mod can host the patch, and I feel like that most patches that people make for this stuff are not made by either party. They're made by third parties. I don't understand why I know why. They don't want to do patch hubs because they don't want any advertising for verified creations on Nexus. I have all sorts of problems with that, with their logic on that. I think it's very hypocritical considering that they employ dozens of people because of modders. So it's like the fact that some of us are trying to make a career out of it, and they're basically telling players what they can spend their money on from their perspective. And, if you could argue, well, why should they spend their money hosting it? It's like, well, they make money on hosting mods, right? Their whole business model is that the more mods they host, the more money they make, because people are seeing ads or spending money on memberships. So they've got a business model where they make money. So I have a lot of problems with Nexus with that stuff about the patches. So that's why we're just going to allow hosting for patches for now. Until hopefully, I hope that they will change their minds on it. I hope that it'll be something they revisit, because it just makes it harder for players to just play the way they want, right?
Let's break it down and extract the useful parts. Mods prepped and ready for installation.
Carver, my first idea for outpost is to make that be an outpost for something. So you take what we love about Fallout 4 and SS2 city plans and have locations that you can buy, conquer, clear. So I mean, that could be interesting. You would definitely want to do something like that. It would have to be like predetermined locations. One of the reasons I think that we haven't gotten something like transfer settlements yet for Starfield is because the planets are dynamic. Even if you had all the coordinates of a location, it wouldn't map. You know, the locations you build outposts are generally all dynamic. So the location, putting the items down in that some location, you wouldn't have the same curvature of the planet. So somebody has to figure out how to solve that problem, and that's a big problem to solve. I think one of the solutions would be to use predetermined cells instead of the random places, but then you would have to limit what the player could export. So, but that could be solved with your idea of like just doing city plan style things where it's not meant for any design that anybody can come up with anywhere, but specific designs that you could pre-plan. That could work.
I'm sure I'll see you again soon enough.
Okay, so there's another way we can get some legendaries to get the system moving forward.
If you need something that won't fall apart,
without us having to go to console commands, we can do some silliness. So we can take some items and duplicate them. We can also do.
You stain it, you buy it.
We can also buy some more plain items, and then we can install mods on them. So let's go. You. Oh, we also have that Trucker's Lance one we can do. A pack that I think we have some packs. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and install some mods on these.
Oh, it's you. Hey.
And we only, since we're just trying to give him a critical mass, we just need to install one on each. We don't have to do anything crazy here. So we'll grab some of the ones that we know we have a lot of, or that we're not likely to use again.
Aliens can be so. This one.
Yes.
Then let's get to work.
So obviously this is not the intended gameplay of you just trying to force grind it. It's meant to be, you'll do it over time, but because we're trying to show you how to get access to all the things and go through all the quests, that we would do that. And then there'll be one more quest after this, which I don't think I'm going to do tonight just because I need to go to bed soon. But at least you'll kind of get the idea. Sure, blade.
Durable, heat dissipating. All set to proceed with this?
And yep.
I'll have it all installed in no time. Done. Gear's ready, good as new. Or even better.
The guests are talking to a cup. Oh, I think my equipment failing is my best guess. My equipment is failing, or there's something wrong with my streaming software. I'm not sure. It's been happening for weeks, where just periodically I'll sound robotic. And yes, Oscar, you heard me ranting a little bit about Nexus. I am a little irritated by their patch policy. I think the only thing it does is draws a line in the sand between mod authors who are trying to make a living in themselves, and I think that is a little bit what's the term I keep using? Hypocritical.
Okay, we got the gear. But which mod? Dense layers of ballistic fiber carefully woven into or layered upon your gear. Good for long-range defense from more traditional. So, this what we're going with?
The auto glitch is not as bad tonight? Oh, that's good.
I'll get everything integrated.
It's really unfortunate that the test that I have to do to see if it's my gear is rather expensive, because I don't know how to... I have other stream software I could use, but I don't think that's going to be it. Like, it's like I have to go just buy new gear, try that. If that doesn't work, because I can't imagine the stream software is going to be... I don't know what other stream software would be better, right? Like, everybody uses the same stream software, so I don't think it's that. I guess it could be my internet connection. But there's no stuttering. You guys aren't seeing any stuttering visually, right? It's just my audio that goes crazy. So I'm fairly certain it's my audio gear, but that's unfortunate. All right, let's extract some mods.
Well, give it here then. What do you want extracted? Can do. What do you want pulled from this next one? All right, this next one, what do you want from it? This process will destroy what you gave me. You okay with that? I'll deconstruct and pull what you asked for.
Oh god, the echo again. No.
The mod's yours to use whenever.
Okay, let's see. Do you have any more
Sure,
suits for
I
us?
suppose it helps pay the bills.
Oh, you know what? I think I have a bunch of suits still in my ship. Let's go grab
Off
those.
you go then.
Let's see if this customer ever changes out, or they're just gonna hang out forever.
This.
Let's see. Here we go. Plenty of suits we can modify, and some helmets too.
You're carrying a lot.
Shh, mind your business, Barrett.
Something for you.
Just what I'm hearing is no sim Starfield. Not anytime soon. Like, I don't have it in me to start another project with that scope yet.
Back again, I see. In your absence, I've put my talents to work and made you a little something. Here, for you. Practical. Functional. I'm sure you'll find some use for it. No need to thank me. All part of the job.
Okay, let's see. Oh, he just gave me a new
But I need something to extract from.
a new legendary
hand
effect.
it over.
What do we got? What did he give me? Pilgrims. Oxygen capacity and consumption while you're outdoors on a planet. That's one of our new ones. And there you go, buddy. Go ahead and destroy that for me so we have it
What
for
are we
use
stripping
later.
from this piece? Remember, once I extract, there's no going back. Let's break it down and extract.
Oscar, you might want to look over again. I think you might be misunderstanding it. I mean, the stuff you're talking about there, that I have no problem with. I think that their idea of you can't have one free version on Nexus versus a paywall version that are different. I'm fine with all that. The only problem I have with their new policy is the patches. I think that's just, it feels nitpicky and silly. Like, and it's like you can have a patch, but it has to go on the original mod author's page as an optional file. I just think it's silly that they can't allow patch hubs, which were super helpful. It just makes it easier for players. That is the only thing I have. I don't mind all their other rules. I think were actually fine. That one was just very weird to me. Okay, let's see here. Oh, see there we got the bug right there with this is again the base game bug with some of the helmet stands. The helmet is somewhere in a wall. Barrett, what are you doing?
Feels like we're invisible some days. Yes, I suppose.
Install some
What are we
mods.
installing a mod into? Fine, I just need to know which mod to install.
This step took 25 to 30 extractions for me. I had to go exploring for more while running through some other missions. Yeah, that was so. It's funny. We originally had we originally had a Radiant in here where you could ask Jason to be like, where could I find some more stuff, and he would send you off to a dungeon. But we're like, but it wasn't. It was more complicated than that. It wasn't fun, and it was just like people will get tons of legendaries. Why do we need to make it more complicated? It was like, just let them find the legendaries however they want. They can find the thing they enjoy the most in the game and get them from that.
Reinforces your gear with anti-pulse shielding, reducing electromagnet. So, that's what
we're going with.
Give me a few minutes.
Sumac W101, hello, how are you? Congratulations, you're the first Twitch chatter for the night. My Twitch chat is very dead all the time. Most people are over here on YouTube, but welcome anyway. This is McClarence Outfitters in Starfield. It is a mod we put out recently from Kinggath Creations, and we're kind of on the tail end of showing off how it works right now. I'm trying to get one more unlock for the night before I sign off. I think I have a couple commands.
Now this. If you're happy with this, I'll get to work.
Juju, thank you for not adding more radiance to the game.
Shouldn't be too tricky.
Just chat has the cool emotes
All
though.
done and ready for action. Let me
Hello
know
Scarecrow,
if
hello Gav. There's some folks over there.
malfunctions.
They're just lurking, just hanging out. Alright, then we'll go ahead and give him this stuff to
Well,
extract.
give it here then.
And we intentionally
What do you want
didn't
extracted?
put a counter on this stuff because we didn't want people trying to
Okay, next up. What are we taking from this?
spend all their time grinding it out. It was kind of just meant to be like a just play the game and stop by and talk to Jason once in a while.
Time to tear this apart. All done. The mod's yours to use whenever.
So I'm going to go for Twitch because I can't figure out how to change my name on YouTube. That's all good. I dual stream because it's no problem for me, and people prefer that platform. I guess maybe I wonder if that's the cause of my stuttering. Could it be that I'm dual streaming? But I don't. Yeah, because I am dual streaming like actively. Like there are services called Restream that do it for you, so that you're only uploading once and then it's offloaded. I guess I could try Restream again and see if that helps with the crazy occasional echoing.
See you around.
All right, let's go over here.
Need something to withstand the vacuum of space? I can see to that.
Okay, install some mods here.
Fine. I just need... Do I really have to explain this one? If you're happy with this, then let's get to work. There. All done and... Okay, we got the... dense layers of ballistic fiber. If you're happy with this, I'll get to work. Shouldn't be too tricky. Finished. You should notice the improvements.
Okay, extract these for us.
Give it here then.
Carlos Flores, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to post this right now, but he doesn't give me the volatile materials permit slate if I have Dynamic Universe and Dynamic Universe Shattered Space patch mods enabled. Yeah, there's any mods that mess with the system levels break some of the quests in McClarence currently. We have submitted a workaround to Bethesda for McClarence where we just basically bypass the conflict. We're waiting for QA to solve it. We do have a patch we can send people. If you want to hop onto our forums or Discord, you go to kinggathcreations.com. There's a link to the forums near the top. If you want to get on the Discord instead, if you go to the FAQ page, there's a link there. And the echo's back. Oh, echo. But anyway, Carlos, we have a patch we can try and send you. I don't know that it'll work with Dynamic Universe though, because Dynamic Universe is all script based, and so I don't think that we can solve that with a patch, unfortunately. So, but we do have a fix coming to McClarence proper. Should be out, I'm hoping next week, but it's up to Bethesda. They do a QA pass, and yeah, it's up to them when they put it on their schedule. They made it sound like they were going to try and hurry it along, but because I'm sure they don't want multiple VC things conflicting with each other. That's bad for everybody.
Careful now, Jason. Don't want to waste anything.
The echo happens when I pause the game. Oh, we should test and see if that's the case. All right, hold on. Let's test that theory. All right, pausing the game. Did that cause an echo? Or is it all the way paused? Like, do I got to go to this menu? I don't think so, but you guys would know. The glitch goes away as you're moving around. That's interesting. Nick, again, love the new Starfield mod from you guys. Do you guys plan to make more Starfield mods down the road? We do. We actually have another one that we've been in pre-production on for a while, and we're starting in proper production this week.
Need something to withstand the vacuum of space? I can see to that.
Alright. Let's go put more stuff on the stand. We are loaded up with stuff to... Look, how it worked that time. So much So much random working and unworking
Need
things.
something to withstand the vacuum of space?
Install.
I guess. What am I upgrading today? Just tell me which mod we're adding here.
Okay, sure.
With this, BIOS, just give me the go-ahead and I'll get... Then let's get to work. That's it. Should work like it. Okay, we got the... This mod employs reactive... So, this what we're going with? Let's see how this works. Finished.
There we go. Alright, let's extract some and see how close we are. Well, we don't know how close we are. We've done quite a few. We'll just keep going.
What are we extracting?
So this is kind of a way to cheese it because we're just reusing the same mod over and over again.
Careful now, Jason.
That's okay. We're ripping through our credits real fast.
That went well. Good.
Oops, oh wait, I did give him both. I was like, I guess I could have done both,
Can't
but
work with this.
yeah, my bad. My bad. Actually, do I have any extra packs? I could do that too right now. I do.
Mr. McClarence, I have noticed a decrease in your mood over the past 4.3 days. Do you require companionship?
You saying you want to be my friend, Buster?
I do not...
Oh, he ducked down with him.
However, I can simulate a fondness and appreciation for you. Is this sufficient?
You know what? I'm good. Just go about your regular duties.
Understood.
Don't expect any frills here. Function over form. That's my motto. Sure. What piece of gear? All right. What do we... With this. So, this what we're going? Shouldn't be too tricky. That's it.
Okay. Two more
Just
we can do.
point me to... Now, which mod do you want, Slap? Ah, now this. We good to go with this one?
Nope. Wrong guess, Raven.
Then let's get to work. Done. Okay, we got the...
That's actually that is another thing we need to get. Another reason we need the wiki set up for all of our VC stuff is we need to get more credits pages out. We have credits up for on IMDb, but it would be nice to have our own internal thing for that as well.
That's it. Mods and... Then give me something worth tearing.
Okay, give him all this stuff.
What are we stripping from this? Okay, next up. And this? Once I'm done with this... Got it. I'll break them down and extract what you need. Mod's ready for you.
Ah, still more. Okay.
Don't be a stranger.
We're getting this. You're going to give us our quest. And you're going to take all my useless gear that I'm hoarding for some unknown reason.
Oh, you again. You know, you've been giving me so much to work with. I figured it was only fair I'd give something back.
Alright.
No charge.
Oh, this one I love. Nanodilation. We need that one installed on some gear for real. This is another one I took from Fallout 4 because I love it so much. Slow time when you're at 20% less health.
What do you want to... Remember, once I extract, there's no going back. careful now, Jason. Don't want to waste anything. Perfect. This can be installed whenever. Can do.
Nope, not Shandy, Carlock. Not Shandy's VA.
Now, which mod do you want slapped? With this, biosensors monitor your vitals. We good to go with this one? Give me a
That's an expensive one. I gotta choose a cheaper one. I actually don't know what it's based on. If it's based on the cost is based on the suit itself or
Finished. You should notice the improvements right away.
or the effect or both.
So, now this. So, this what we're. Then let's get to work.
I think it might be mostly the suit piece because I think one time we installed Chameleon on something and it cost like 200 credits.
Should be ready to handle.
And that was like 2,000. Okay.
Great. Let's see what you have.
I'm glad we don't have him shaming you for doing this. You're like, really? I just made that for you.
What are we stripping from this piece? Can do. What do you want pulled from this next one? This process will destroy what you gave me. You okay with that? Got it. I'll break them down and extract what you need.
Oh yeah, this is definitely the Jason stream. That was the intent. Wanted to. I know most people will who watch the replay will long have tuned out by now, but wanted to make sure folks knew what was involved in this and show them how to get access to all the features. So it's basically this. You're not again. I'm going to reiterate this over and over again because I don't want people to think that this is what we intended people to just sit here and grind out. It was always intended that you would just do this over time while you're playing. I am just grinding it out because
I'm busy right now, but
I'm trying to get through it quickly for the sake of demonstration.
Depends. So, which mod do you... With this? So, this what we're... Let's see if this...
Yeah, I can fix my... This is fixing my credit issue, you're right. I was too rich. I'm solving that problem for myself.
Right. And which mod are we adding to this? Now we good to go with this one? I'll have it all installed. There. Well, and what do you want me to extract from this? Okay, next up. To be clear...
Oh, I feel like that about the whole game, Carlock. I was the credit rewards for some of the quests get crazy.
I'll break them down and extract what you need.
Or like earlier when we were running around Aquila, somebody just threw me 3,000 credits. They just ran by and they said something to me. Couldn't hear what he said, and all of a sudden 3,000 credits added to my inventory. Wait, did that say Grand Space Helmet? Oh, sorry, Grand.
Don't expect any frills. Depends. Okay, we got... With this, I'm ready to install it in. Let's see if this... Here you are. Okay, we got... now this. So, this what we're going with? I'll get everything integrated. That's it. Mods and...
Now, one of the things that we're probably going to do, not too soon, but like we got a lot of stuff we're working on right now. But one of the things that I have on my to-do list is a patch like we've released for East Empire. We have the East Empire modified patch, which adds like a little cheat tool to it. We want to add that to Bards and McClarence, and I think for McClarence, it would be really nice to have for after you jump the Unity to be able to just like instantly get access to all of these different tools so that you could kind of get your gear back up to form, because that's one One of the hard pills to swallow when you jump Unity is having to regrind all your gear. Extract.
Fine. What are we extracting? Not done yet. This process will destroy what you gave me. You okay with that? Careful now, Jason. Don't want to waste anything. All done. The mods. Come back if you need anything.
You were going to take my entire spacesuit collection. Oh, this one, oh, that's weird. It's not even shown on the mannequin. Oh, there it goes. That was bizarre.
If you need something that won't fall... Can do. All right. With this, last chance to change...
10,000, holy cow.
Minutes. Done.
What about, I should have recorded my credits when we started to see how much I'm ripping through here. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I think the Mark 1 we determined is like a unique, the way the suit works. It stayed on the thing. Usually you get it added to your inventory, but it stayed on the mannequin. The Mark 1 stuff I think is unique because that's the stuff I believe you find in the Constellation basement. I actually wonder if we just duplicated the Mark 1. It'll be interesting to see if I have one in my inventory and he's got one still on the thing. Might have to add some special handling for the Mark 1 suit here.
Finished.
Let's check my inventory and see if there's one still on the stand over there. Okay, hold on, buddy. Hold on. There's still one on the stand. Do I have one in my inventory? We do. So it looks like Mark 1 spacesuit is buggy. Add this to the list to investigate. Alright, but we can take advantage of that and just keep installing mods to it.
Got it. With some cunning engineering, since this item can't take...
Oh, wait. What? Okay, well that was going to create some weird situation. It seemed like it was listing the things on my current equipment.
You're gonna wear yourself out if you carry all this.
Alright, Mark 1 spacesuit seems a little buggy, so we will skip it.
I hope you're not here for fashion advice. What are we installing a mod into? Just tell me which mod we're adding here. With some cunning engine. So, this what we're... Shouldn't take too long. Job's finished. Everything's installed. Now. Right. Incorporates React. Last chance to change your mind. I'll get everything integrated. Done. Give me what you got. I'll make it happen.
Alrighty, let's see. Now I think we got 4 things for him. There we go.
What do you want extracted? Next item. What are we stripping out of this? Okay, next up. What are we taking from this? Can do. What do you want pulled from this next one? Once I'm done with this, this will be toast. Still want to go through with it? Time to tear this apart. All done. The mod's yours to use whenever.
Ah, still, I thought that was going to be the magic one right there. Okay, we got more stuff for you. We got double Trackers Alliance suits. I don't know why I'm hoarding all this. Well, why I was hoarding all these suits.
I have noticed an increase in...
Here again? You're becoming a regular.
Would you like to celebrate?
Sure. What piece of gear are we working with? Fine. With this, we good to go with this one? Give me a few minutes.
Gonna start duplicating gear next.
There. Got it. Ah, now this. So this is what you want? Then let's get to work. Job's finished. Everything. You got something worth salvaging? What are we extracting? Can do. No turning back once I begin. Let's see. Components we need here. Strip this out there. Done. Mod's ready when...
Hey, we got it.
Have a moment? Considering how often you frequent my store, I'm gonna assume I provide a at least somewhat useful service to you. You know, with the suits and mods and everything. So here's an idea I want to run by you. Guns, knives, weapons in general. They're useful, right? You use them to great effect, I'm sure. What if I could do for weaponry what I currently do for outfits? You know, modding them and duplicating them for you and so on. If all that sounds up your alley, recently an ecliptic vessel went lost in the solar system. It was transporting a special kind of combat robot. If you can find that bot, pull its memory core, then bring it back here, well, let's just say I have one more extra service I can provide you.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Now, while he only has one more service available, there is one more quest after that, and it will have an equal high number of things required, so we're not going to go through that again, but the last thing he offers is to have shops on the other major planets, or the other major cities in the game. So that is a way to just have convenience, so you don't always have to come back to Jemison. We're not going to do that one tonight, but with this we'll unlock his final service here.
Take me to the stars, Ken.
This is actually my first time playing this leg of it since it changed. Our original,
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
whenever we're doing quest design, we do like a we call it gray boxing version, which is just a super fast, simplified version of the quest, and that's the only one I had played for this particular leg. And for that was the super simplified version was something like you just make it onto a ship and touch an item, and it was like that represented this, and then we fleshed this out a little bit more. Oh, we got heat leeches. Oh, they eliminated you scumbags. No. I can hear them all slithering around. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, there's a heat leech too. Die. There's a bunch of them in there. They're in the cockpit. Wow, there's so many. Look at all the red dots on my map.
Your dreams have just come true. Again. Ours now.
we're down here. Oh wow, that one jumped to 70. The other ones are like level 10. You're like boss glider.
Now for an encore presentation of me.
Yeah.
Won't even scar. Whoa. Ow, ow,
Well, I think we know what happened to the Ecliptic. Wait, you're still alive, Heat Leech? Drop dead.
ow. That worked. Oh, I love this part.
Anybody else still in here? Ooh. Nasty. Check them out, Barrett Twins.
Old-fashioned, huh? Love it. My favorite
Whoops.
part.
Are you real Barrett or fake Barrett? Did we get them all? Nope. Heat leeches. Nope. There we go. Memory core. Uh-oh. That looked like a grab jump. How do I get back upstairs? What's this? Empty computer. Oh, here we go. Oh, hello. Can I talk to these guys? Oh, I guess I would have to pilot that. Nope. I would have to pilot that chair, which I don't want to do. I want to get back to my ship. Here. There we go.
Hey, you might want this.
Undock.
Pressure normalizing. Undocking complete.
Property you were docked with. You've got about 10 seconds to explain what you were doing with one of our vessels.
Oh, we can do a persuade. I'm not scared of your rust bucket fleet. Take your best shot.
They should be good. Alright then, let's hear it. Boarding an eclectic ship is pretty stupid. I wish I was smart. Ignorance ain't much of an excuse, but would explain how it caught you off guard. More or less, huh? I suppose we could just let you off with a warning. Precisely. Now your reputation is everything. As long as you understand that. Oh, I suppose you made some good points. Right now, you've got bigger priorities. Alright, be on your way. But don't let this happen again.
Cool. I guess we could just start shooting them if we want. Get some more legendaries to turn in. Alright, let's go to Jason. Nick, did you play the mod, the escape mod on stream before? I have not. I have played it all the way through. I played it streaming with Sarik. He and I were talking about it.
Hey,
it was good. It was a lot of fun.
This.
Beaches, thank you again for the showcase. I got the mod. Now I can go into Unity without deviating from my preferred playstyle every time. Awesome. Thanks for picking it up.
Have something for you.
I gotta try disabling the the cloud sync and see if I can get rid of that error. I was always wondering why that would come on here.
Data streams, just
I got plenty of room on this hard drive.
simpler times. That looks like a memory core. Well, come on, hand it over. Good. Now I'll just connect this up and do a quick reading. Aha! Jackpot! I knew this would have what we'd need. The robot you pulled this from? Weapons and maintenance droid. Designed to service and repair various munitions. With the data on this core, I can now easily provide the same services, like I can for suits, packs, helmets, only now for weaponry. I think I'll install this into Buster. Should be enough room. Check back with me in a day or so, and we'll see about those guns.
Okay. Okay, let's do the old wait game. Let's see if it's just 24 hours. It was really interesting getting some music made for the shop because we needed it to feel like it belongs in Starfield, but there's so little music in the game, like music that gets played in the game. There's like some kind of metal-like music playing in some of the Crimson Fleet areas. There's music playing in the club on Neon, and like other than that, there's almost no, just, you know, radios and such. And I mean, maybe they did that intentionally to avoid getting into the same thing they have with Fallout 4, with having to do a whole bunch of music licensing. I don't know. Okay. So see if he's done modding Buster.
Hey, good news. You want to mod weapons? Now you can. Just talk to Buster. You've met him, right? Little advertisement bot, wood paneling. He'll set you up.
Okay.
All right.
Buster.
Hello, new friend. I am Buster. Hey, guess what? I can now modify and duplicate weaponry for you. How exciting! I cannot wait to get started. Please proceed with your questions. Unable to formulate adequate response. Please refrain from asking difficult questions.
Nice cop out. Nice cop out.
I have been retrofitted and upgraded by Mr. McClarence so that I may better assist in multiple store duties. However, due to my small size, I am unable to house most of the necessary processing hardware. The majority of my processing is handled by external servers housed within the store's mainframe. I am Buster. Hello.
we need more Buster. Let's see here. Extracting mod. Do I have any extra weapons?
I am fully capable of extracting modifications from weaponry. Shall I proceed?
Yes.
Which particular weapon are we extracting from today?
Yeah, those ones.
Weapon selected. What would you like me to extract? Okay then. Which mod would you like from the next weapon?
Sure, the poison.
Ready to extract. Be aware, this will destroy what you have given me. Initiating weapon disassembly.
I'm actually curious if any of my like primary weapons are super low level and I can hand them over for duplication now.
Apply a new mod as needed. Farewell.
Hold on, let's try that. So then we should have some stands over here. So weapon rack. Let's see if we can put my. Oh yeah, this thing's only had a rare version of this. All right, let's put this on. I want to try duplicating it first of all. Okay, so what is the? It's calibrated. Is that the top level? What is the top level of
May I
weapons?
Improve your arsenal today?
Yes, duplicate.
Yes, I. Would you like me to initiate?
51,000. Yep, go for it. Take all my credits.
Task completed. Do not hesitate to return if you require more assistance.
Alright, let's see what the damage difference is here. Advanced 6. Oh, wow, that's a significant upgrade. Nice. So then we should swap these. And I can get some new. So bop this on here. What you doing there, buddy? Buster, where'd you go? Oh, there he is. Hey, we got 2 customers now.
My sensors register. I require a weapon to work.
Take my old one. Space it out. Okay.
Which mod are we extracting? Extraction of mods with weapon dismantling in progress.
Man, I did not have. I have not had much in the way of weapons.
I have successfully completed the process. Installation of weapon modifications operates along the same. Warning: the modification of weaponry is considered illegal in missing data. Resetting greeting protocol. Hello, I am Buster. Please select a mod for installation.
Yeah.
Ultra-light nanomaterials increase magazine capacity, while an intelligent feed system prevents possible installation is ready. Which additional mod would you... Recalibrates your weapon to compensate for the vacuum and zero-gravity environments. Confirmation required. Which additional mod? A poisonous compound is introduced to your weapon. Do you wish to proceed?
15,000.
Mod installation in progress.
There we go. Poison Advanced Big Bang. That's going to be real nice. Alright, let's get this guy equipped. Very nice, very nice. Alright, so that's... Let's see, I guess we can... We'll bop up another paint job real quick here. Let's go to skin. Oh, this one's actually really cool, the patriotic one. I'm going to install this on there.
Yourself, it just fits better.
And we'll go here and do on this skin. Let's do Constellation. Okay, so the patriotic pack is really awesome because of the VFX that we've got on it. Oops. Come on. There we go. Look at this, we got multicolored figured out. That's all Imperial. He is a tinkering wizard. But yeah, so that is McClarence Outfitters. Like I said, there's one more quest you can unlock currently. If you turn in enough things, and you can turn in weapons or armor. So after you unlock Buster's thing, you can turn in weapons. So likely, like if I went to my ship, I probably have enough weapons just sitting there. I could just turn them all into them and trigger the next round. Though I believe that only Jason triggers it. So it would be, you could turn in a bunch of weapons, but you would need to turn in one more armor piece to trigger the next quest. And the last quest is to establish stores on the other major cities. So you can install they go to Aquila, Neon, and Sidonia. So then you'll have more options to go visit the stores. And because Jason uses robots, you get to have the same characters there. So it's a nice little cop-out for us on not having to have a bunch of additionally voiced characters, which would have complicated things immensely with adding a ton of new writing and re-implementing new dialogue and getting more voice actors and stuff. But it's a nice convenient feature, so we put that one last because we wanted to give everybody access to all the functionality features first and then the convenience last. And then we have plans for a little bit more that we will be releasing as a free content update sometime soon. I'm not sure exactly when. We've got a lot of projects that we're cooking all the time, all at once. But yeah, that's what I want to show you guys. So if anybody has any questions, I got about 10 minutes left before I need to hit the hay tonight. Thank you, Raven. I'm excited when we get more of the tools, especially the lip sync. And I think lip sync's gonna really uncork the Starfield modding scene. I think the amount of quest mods we usually have at this point in a Bethesda game's life is pretty wild. So it's very weird that we have so few, and I think that's one of the biggest blockers for folks. Wolfmother JC, nice mod. Are you bringing Sims 2 to space? Not anytime soon. I don't know if we ever will or not. I think Sims Elements 2 is still in development. Like, we still have content we're working on for it and lots of bug fixes for it. And it's already, we're going into, next year will be our 7th year working on it. So the idea of starting all that again on another project for somebody else's game is hard to swallow. So I think if we do something of that scope again, it'll probably be our own game, I would imagine. But we'll see. Mod's good stuff. I've been enjoying it. Big thanks to the mod, to you and the team. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I hope it has been a clean experience for you. I know the bugs I ran into that I wrote down are pretty minor, and one of them is actually, I think, a base game issue. So feeling pretty happy with where everything's at with this. Captain, we need a space Jake. You have no idea how many times that term has come up in our team meetings. Of like, when are we going to do a space Jake? When are we going to do a space Jake? Chichi, we got nukes for FO4, so now we need planet killers for Starfield. I am not committing to bringing you the Death Star. I don't know how we would do that. I think I did cite that in an interview with somebody. Somebody interviewed me and asked me about what I wanted to see in Starfield, and I said I wanted a Death Star. I want to be able to blow up planets. Right now, we can't even add new planets, which is another one of those ones where my guess it's a licensing issue, but I don't know for certain. Because I believe they used Houdini to do the planet stuff. And while Houdini is an expensive piece of software, I don't know. I don't think it would matter even if we had the license. I think when we try and click on the Houdini tools that are listed in the CK, it doesn't do anything, so I think they stripped them. Which is a bummer, because making new planets would have been cool. No, we can't add new planets. I found a way to add new planet entries, but they don't have any data. So my bet is somebody could create a third-party tool to do it. Like somebody might be able to pull it off with, something like an Xedit, where it's just adding data at the hex level. You could probably force a new planet by cloning an existing one. But so far I have not found any way to add new planets through the CK. So it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure, and this is the other thing that we don't know for sure one way or the other, is how many of the tools are we just never going to get because the game isn't as popular as some of their previous titles. I don't know. So we will wait and see. But the more stuff they give us, the more ideas it sparks, and then we'll start doing more stuff. I really want to go play around with this upgraded Big Bang. Pages, is it possible to make new POIs like random small towns? Yep, we can do new points of interest. We just can't do new planets or new systems. So it has to be stuff on existing planets. Wolfmother JC, are we close to a kinggath game? I'd love to give that a try. No, we haven't even begun such a thing. That is a... so one of the reasons that we jumped on to the VC program and are making stuff like this is to raise capital for it and to make ourselves better as a team. So, these are making stuff like this and trying to keep it at the same quality as the base game of like hitting all the same quality standards on the art and making sure the quests feel fully integrated and the characters match and all of that. And doing it quickly and efficiently is I think a necessity if we want to pivot over to making full games, because it's a lot more work. Now I know people make games all the time with 1-man, 2-man, 3-man teams, but they usually do that by the developers having either some seed money, or they have side jobs, and they're willing to just live on ramen for several years. And a lot of new games that are done by small, tiny teams are college kids. And instead, I've got a team of professionals who are looking to career pivot. So it's a little more of a challenge. So we're trying to do it slow and steady and do it correct, learn all the lessons. And these are nice little trial projects for us to learn those lessons. What I imagine will happen over the next couple of years is occasionally we will drop a little indie title to practice on working with some other game engines and such. But I don't know how long it'll be before we have a title that of an epic scale, so a game of our own. I don't know how long it will take for us to get something like that, but we're just trying to, right now we're in kind of team building mode and trying to make you guys really cool stuff that's worth the money. Yeah, SF seems to have a rather uncertain future right now, especially after Shattered Space kind of landed with a thud. Yeah, it was it's disappointing to see where that landed. A lot of folks were just dissatisfied with it, though. I think I heard one review of it that seemed accurate. Is if you like Starfield, Shattered Space is more Starfield. You'll be happy with it. If you didn't like Starfield, Shattered Space is not going to change your mind. And I think that's pretty accurate. And I think it's a shame that Shattered Space wasn't I think those of us who like to see a big audience in these games, I think, we all kind of wanted to see them do a Cyberpunk or No Man's Sky turnaround with it, go all in and change core mechanics and stuff, but that is not what they did. So it is what it is. We'll see how it goes. It seems like there's still a pretty healthy player base around Starfield. I think it just doesn't get talked about. Based on the number of players you can see on Steam, and I'm sure there's a lot on Game Pass, and I can see how many people now have picked up McClarence, and it's there's a good amount of people playing this game. I think it's just there's just no there aren't a lot of content creators around it, so it seems like it's more barren than it is. And I think the only people who make content are people who are farming the clickbait, right? There's a lot of people who farming the negativity. Isaac, there's a third-party tool that can add new planet and systems on Nexus. Yeah, that makes sense. I figured there would be. It would be interesting to know. I should ping somebody at Bethesda to be like, hey, if we use a third-party tool to add a new planet, can we still use it? Because I know there used to be a lot of restrictions with VC where third-party tools were just a no-go, but that restriction has been lifted as far as I know. So, which is very helpful because we were able to use Xedit to help us with merging that we can't do in the base CK. Captain, if it's still in your 10-year plan, we might be able to play your game before Fallout 5. I hope so. You know what? I know that they're protective of their games and they want to keep it in-house, but man, I hope they let somebody else make something the equivalent of New Vegas, because I need some more Fallout in my life. Evolution Monkey, I don't know how they did it, but someone did add a new system with planets apparently. It's the Elder Star system, Magnus, on Nexus. Yeah, it sounds like there's a third-party tool, which makes sense. That would be anytime that we don't get the tools from the developer, we'll make them ourselves. There's no means of extracting or adding the data to make them actually playable. Oh, interesting. More third-party tool issues, I think. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, the echoes are back. Sorry, guys. And you can see it's nothing I'm doing in particular in the game. I don't know. Maybe it's the dual streaming. I might try. What I might do is on Wednesday, I might either not stream to Twitch or see if I can get Restream to work and see if that bypasses the issue. Because if that's the case, that would be an easy sacrifice. Sorry, guys who are watching on Twitch. I just know that the vast majority of people watch on YouTube, and if it's making everybody's experience worse to dual stream, then maybe I should stop. It would also save me a lot of money if I don't have to buy new equipment over it. And if I buy new equipment and it's actually the dual streaming is the problem, it would be a waste of money anyway. You could make an HQ planet. It's funny when we were talking about our next project, and you know, whenever we're discussing the project, we're always talking about the different ideas that would fit thematically into it. And Sarik at one point, we had this idea we were working out, and Sarik said, "Oh, it could be like a little HQ," and I was like, "We're not doing an HQ. We cannot do an HQ. That is so hard to do." He didn't mean it like HQ and GNN, but it's hard not to think of it like that. Man, the amount of man hours we have in HQ is crazy. Captain, by the way, you can hear the echo if you watch it after the live stream, so it is baked into the VOD. Okay, that makes sense. Chichu, if you went to FO5, we would all just ASL where SS3 was. Yeah, it's hard to know exactly what the future holds. I just know right now we're focused on like team building, both in how we work together and growing our size so that we have more people involved and just kind of open it up so we can do more and more professional stuff. Like we're going to be working a lot more with a level designer going forward so that we have capability of doing more dungeons and more unique spaces. Like right now we work with several different people on level design, and I think if we ever want to get to our own game, that's going to be something we need a ton of, right? You want to make a good sized game, you're going to have a lot of people able to do level design work. So that's something we're in training with right now. But alright guys, that is it for me. It's bedtime, so I hope you guys enjoyed checking this out, and we'll consider picking it up if you're in the mood for some Starfield. So I will be back on Wednesday with some more Chapter 3 of SS2. I will catch you guys later.